I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich.
Hello everyone, sorry about that. Hope you're well. Don't mind us. We're a bit late. I say we, David's not here. Yet. He was here 25 minutes ago. But Dave talks too much. Welcome to another episode of Not Worth the Cork, episode number 10 for 2024, entitled, what is it? American. Made, and then quotations, Whisky. All in caps because we like the attention. Oh, he's here now. So joining me for an evening of America, hi Dave, is David.
Sorry, my plane was delayed. I had to change terminals and...
It's all right, you got involved in a conversation, it's quite all right. We're going to be looking at some of the claimed...
my dog.
Fair enough. It's not difficult though. To go through some of America's apparent finest is David. Say hello, David.
Hello, David.
How is David?
David is good.
Good. Well, you're fashionably late, like your idol, Barney Stinson. And
I didn't warn. I did say I was be 2 minutes, and I was 2 minutes.
Yes, you were, which would have made you 1 minute late for the show. Even though we were here 25 minutes ago, ready to go. Yes.
It's not my fault there was drama unfolded while I was...
No, let's not do that. Anyway, yes, so we're going to be looking at some of American stuff, because it's one of those strange ones where America likes to, and no offence intended, you try and dip your toes into the realm of whiskey. Many of them fall short. So what you've done instead, you've got bourbon and sour mash. Those are, as bourbons and sour mashes, they're totally fine. Some are absolute blasphemy, but I think it's because we drank too much of it. We'll get to that first, don't worry. Hello, Carlos Fish. Hello, Bry. Hello, Judge Death. Sipping some Maker's Mark. Oh, good.
Good choice.
Because we're going to be drinking some of that later, don't you worry. I have two of them, but I don't have any standard anymore. It's one of those ones where I don't really see the point in buying that when I've got the 46. And hello, Bubbly Production. Hope you're all having a marvellous day. It's been a while, been 2 months, I think, since we last did this.
I think, because I haven't been here for 2 months.
Yeah, port finish with my father,
yes.
Who could not join us today. He is here next weekend instead, which is fine. Although we do have an idea for a stream where we would like him to be involved. We'll spoil it now. Music themed.
So, Meg's dad, if you're listening,
yes,
you've been warned.
Basically, hello Lynn Lamb. I have Metallica's Blackened. I also have Slipknot's Iowa 9. My dad has Rammstein's Rum, and for Father's Day I got him a bottle of Wolfie's, which is Sir Rod Stewart, musician's own whiskey. And I thought, ooh, that's an idea. Let's do that. Now, if Dragon Force can make their own whiskey, Dave can buy that, and we have a whole
feel
set.
like Iron Maiden have a drink.
They have beer.
Oh,
it's right behind you on the floor.
That's
They also have wine as well.
Yeah, they're probably not quite going to go.
Dad won't touch wine. No. They've got the beer. There's a bottle of it behind there. It's good beer actually. Yeah. It's good, solid drink. Can't really complain. I don't really like beer that much, but I don't mind this. But we thought we'd delve into the realm of America anyway because we do crap on it a little bit. Yet every standard whiskey we like is bourbon finished, and there's a reason for that. Why is it we get so many bourbon barrels?
Because the Americans make so damn much of it. And it has to be used for something else because a lot of them...
Wasn't the reason. They can only use the barrel once.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the main reason. So the barrels are no use to them afterwards. So we get them for our standard finishes. Glenmorangie 10, Livet 12. Actually, most 12s and 10s.
Pretty much. I think most of the things, I would say probably, 70% of all of our collections?
Yeah.
A bourbon of some form?
There's got to be a bourbon in there somewhere, yeah. Absolutely bourbon barrel. And yet, that's where the argument comes up of, why is bourbon then not regarded by those that prefer whiskey as highly? And the answer is quite simple. Because we get all the good stuff out of the bourbon from the barrel that's left over. Because what comes out of it originally is something we don't really regard as a whiskey, yet it is often touted as a whiskey. EY, yet it can't be considered that either because of the process of making it. Yes, we're going to be slightly snobbish here. No apologies. Hello, Michael. Hope you're well. Hope everyone that's joining us having a wonderful day. We are looking forward to this to an extent, although we're not looking forward to the first one. We do it in the glass, we do it in the shots.
Yeah, fair point. Do we go full on Yankee Doodle shot? Or
we may as well have a little sip of it first. I've got the tasting notes for it when we get to it. I don't know if Dave has any himself beyond one little 5CL thing, but I have a fairly sizable collection of...
I have the two you've given me.
Americans.
Oh, Americans in general. I thought you meant that. Yeah, okay.
I was going to go with the American... Okay, so I had some spare Jack Daniels liqueurs, and I gave them to Dave. One of them I think he's going to give away as a prize, and the other one he's going to keep because Tennessee Honey's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
But I have about 10 different bottles of American whiskey. Not the Florida ones.
Yeah, okay.
Dave bought me. Dave on his holiday brought me back a gift in the form of 2 shot glasses because I don't have any of those. I have one about the same height though with my name on it, which is my mum engraved. That is lovely. Yeah, they're lovely. They've got a tequila sunrise look to them, with the colour fade, gradient blur basically.
Yes, nice light blue at the bottom, fading into a nice bright, vivid pink at the top. I thought very much makes colours.
In the middle. Yeah, well, I do have blue guitars and pink guitars, and I had a purple one. But yeah, we're a little bit judgy, I will admit, on American entries, and we thought we would delve into perhaps seeking, finding out if there is any that we could consider worth a cork. Hence the show.
Yes.
And it's interesting we say that because the first one doesn't have one on any of its standards. No. But I do have 4 different versions of it, and it's only on 2 of them does it have a cork.
I guess the Gentleman Jack?
No. Single barrel.
I know the Sinatra Select. Single barrel.
Yeah.
I know the Sinatra Select.
Single barrel is like £20 more than Gentleman Jack.
Okay.
I think that's where they should start as whiskey, close to whiskey, but not. To be honest, I consider
that can be whiskey. That's the Sinatra Select.
Dave is pointing at my
absolutely fine to be
very
whiskey.
first ever January treat. My very first, basically, what I do in December is I try and take advantage of YouTube in December and buy myself a treat. And the very first one I ever bought was a bottle of Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. It's been on my wish list for ages. I bought it. I like it. We're not drinking that tonight because we're going with more standard entries on purpose.
Things that more people might actually buy in a supermarket or somewhere, have at a pub.
Exactly. And that's why Metallica's Blackened is not going to feature. David brought that back from Florida for me. I paid for it. Angel's Envy I bought last January. That's not going to feature because it's not as easily available. Hell, to get any of the alternative versions, you have to go to their distillery in Louisville. Yeah,
Louisville,
that.
Yeah.
Their tin cup's not going to feature because no point. Slipknot eat because also it's because there's so many.
Meg needs some hydrate.
No, I'm just stuttering. It's fine. The earlier increased vocals in the house threw my anxiety for a loop unintentionally.
So we're going to rectify that with this. Yeah, that's going to work.
David is holding a very small dram of Jack Daniels. He's forgotten that when he points at things, unless he tells you what it is, you guys aren't going to have a clue what it is. Basically, David and I both have a sample, 5CL sample of Jack Daniels number 7. We're going to start with this, so I'll bring you over here and pull this up. Now, this isn't the bottle. Of course it isn't, because we don't have a full-size standard bottle. But I do have that, and I hide it away in a corner of my cabinet where no one ever sees it. It's hidden as well as my Fiddich 12. Okay, I'll specify that even further because David's pedantic enough. Fiddich 12, the standard, as opposed to the Amontillado cask that I paid that he bought back from Florida for me.
HMRC, UK Border Patrol, etc. If you're listening, it was all within the limits.
First, Elena, hi. Hello, Bazathini. Yes, what is the best whiskey? EY. If you're going to go with cost and effect and standard, I would say any Irish whiskey entry level is absolutely sublime.
Yep.
If you do KY, it becomes subjective on your flavour palette. Whether you like something sweeter, tartar, bitter, it's
smoky, soily.
Yeah, medicinal, herbal, floral, nutty.
Biscuity.
Yeah. We don't have no
pre or post putting a biscuit in it.
Yes, well, that's a different. That's an indicator that the biscuit's inferior quality for some of it left behind. And no, not Big Jack fan. You're excited. Well, I'm glad you are, Elena. I'm not a big fan of the standard anymore, but we do. I will admit, I do have a bottle of Gentleman Jack, which I do enjoy once a year. I have Single Barrel, which is my 5-year anniversary on YouTube, and I have the Sinatra Select, which is my January treat. Treats don't get touched that often, weirdly. They do, but they don't. Maybe I should do just one.
They're wheeled out for special occasions. Yeah. That would be the January treat, the ultimate January treat edition.
You have to bring your cigar malt, not the portwood.
No, definitely not the portwood. Cigar malt, yes.
Bring your Kalila along, just like, well, I did buy this.
Yeah.
And then we just pull out the Kalila 12.
Just lick the bottle and be like, ooh, this is good.
We didn't know we'd done that, yeah. Actually, we tasted it before.
Yeah, we did have samples. Yeah. That was what we were drinking when he locked us out of the shop.
We've still got it in stock in the shop. I'm just saying, buy another. Open it.
Yeah.
Now then, how's you lot? Hi, Verity. Hope you're well. We're both very well, I think. You okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Dave's
nicely full of steak.
Yeah, Dave is full of steak. I'm full of Twix.
Yeah. You've had a bit of a stressful few days and your body was like, nah, I don't really want food, wasn't it?
Nah, I'm all right. I've eaten plenty today. I'm good. It's been a bit of stress dealing with the internet issues, although I seem to have it on Wi-Fi in my cabin. That's interesting.
Yeah.
A discussion for another day. But we are going to start with Jack Daniel's number 7, the standard entry. Not this one, of course, although I do believe it's similar. The White Rabbit Saloon bottle. I saw it on sale in a corner shop up the road.
Uh-huh.
Not the one around the corner, the one up the road near Tesco. Yeah, that one. And I just saw it and thought, hi, give it to the brother-in-law, and then obviously that didn't happen. Okay, I guess I'll keep it.
Yeah.
I'll find a home for it eventually. We're going to start with that, though, because we have stories for this, and we will talk about that. Do you want to crack this open? It's not got a cork.
If I can get a grip on it, because the actual top is so tiny.
Do you want me to do it?
Okay, let's go. Okay, that was your cork pop. If you heard that, well done. Yempi, you're probably here loitering in the background with your ears pinpricked.
Meg's got a cork, though, just in case.
Okay, hang on. Where's something Irish?
Bushmills. Find the corner. That corner over there, Bushmills. The 10 will do it. There you go.
If in doubt, find an Irish.
Or an Ireland.
Ooh.
Okay.
That stuck a bit as it came. Sorry.
I beg you don't chip
my... No.
Just a thing. This is the very first time we're using the bar as it's been fully treated now, and it took me 2 weeks to do this. I'm very excited when I showed it to Dave, all the lighting, and
it is pretty epic.
It feels good too. But yeah, we're going to be doing Jack Daniel's first, and we'll tell you some stories about it because we've had much of this over the years. I don't think Dave
mostly all in one go.
Well, there's that too, but there's also like university as a whole when we went to uni. So for me, the very first alcoholic drink I had on campus was a triple of this with Coke. Back obviously because we could do physicals.
Yeah.
You and I didn't know each other then. My housemates and I went to the icebreaker evening, first night with the regurgitator.
Yeah. I went as well.
You went that one as well.
Yeah.
We left about midnight because I wasn't. The whole social everyone was so lovely to me, and I think they realised I couldn't do the social thing that much. So they all very kindly left early with me. I was like, you could just go stay. I'll just find my way back and crawl into my pitiful excuse for a bed with no blankets. Like because we had to get them from the very venue where this icebreaker, the LCR. I ended up getting a quilt and a pillow, a very bad pillow. I've still got that pillow, and I've still got the pillowcase ripped to shreds, hidden under 3 other pillowcases.
See, I took my own pillows, and I ended up using my own duvet. But
you have Wi-Fi inside, do you, Carlos? Well, I'm glad you have.
But yeah, bring it over here so we can use it.
Yeah, please. I beg, please. But yeah, the very first thing I had was Jack Daniels and Coke, and that along with Snakebite, not together, but those were the staple first year drinks.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking Snakebite after my 21st. Jack Daniels, though, not until that stag party.
I think if I'm honest, I would pretty much generally SoCo lemonade when I started uni.
I didn't know about Southern Comfort then. I wish I had, though, because that would have been... I don't have any. I wish I had some. It's one of those weird ones
I've never had it neat.
So I have. It's all right. It's okay neat. It's not as good without lemonade. Or without something, lemon juice or something,
I suppose we could do SoCo lemonade and just pour it out like lunchtime and then drink it in the evening. It's flat.
How do they do Pimm's these days? Is that with?
That's Pimm's lemonade. Yeah,
Yeah,
I struggle with that as well.
I've never had Pimm's. I've never had it.
Much fruity.
Yeah, I wish I'd had it.
Yeah.
It's just one of those strange things. I see all the bottles. And
I mean, you can buy the pre-made cans of that. Pimm's
yeah, I'm
as a
not
can.
gonna wait for it to get flat. I can't be asked. But yeah, so Jack Daniel's for my first year was a big start. I'm sure you had a few of those though.
Yeah, I think
there was one other drink. There was one other drink that was very popular in our first year. So JD Coke.
Vodka Red Bull.
No. Well, yeah, that's okay. 4 then.
Snakebite.
There's one other. There were shots. There were a pound each.
Absinthe. No, not Absinthe. The Aftershock.
Apple sours.
Well, close enough. I knew it was green.
Fam, you have a bottle in your parents' house.
True. Yeah.
Like it
Not
was
the
so.
Aftershock. Jaeger was big back when we went to.
I had the
well,
red. I had the red Aftershock. That was good. The black one was the worst one. That was like petrol or something.
Yeah.
That was brutal. Aftershock, you can still get it. I'd love to. I should buy a bottle of that.
Yeah,
they sell it in the corner shop.
That's why I drank a fair bit of Jaeger when I was younger.
Right. I never did Jaeger bombs because they're trash.
No.
But JD and Coke was so popular, and then David and I reached.
Knew she was lurking. Yo, Yempy.
Hello, you're back, betches. Well, hit the like, please. Thank you. 17 people here. Okay, probably only 15 if you include the fact I've got it on here.
Yeah, and I've got it on here.
Do let us know how the audio sounds, by the way, because I'm using my own custom setting on the mic, and I'm seeing that both David and I are in the red, so we might be a bit loud. I'm just going to go and correct that in case it's a bit too loud. There.
Yeah, because we don't want to go from Yempy complaining she can't hear me you can hear me too much.
To be honest, your volume is just as loud as mine when you're speaking, so there's no way that's true.
That's good. I'm not actually speaking at the mic either.
You're more in front of the mic than I am. I'm sat on a stool slightly down, but I guess my voice carries a bit more. You know, I don't like. It's weird because when I'm not doing this, I don't speak as loud. No. It's only when I'm doing this. Otherwise, I won't bother.
I suppose you've trained yourself into the requirement for
doing this for 9 years now. Yeah. Took about 5 years to get to this, to get to a stage where I could stream, or 4 years even. It was ages. Nasally, audio's been fine. Oh, good. Thank you very much for clarifying. We do appreciate that. Obviously, we don't want to cock this up. So, do you want to tell the story that made us stop drinking number 7 and the year it was? Because it's been a while.
This is going to be embarrassing because I can't remember what year it was.
Oh, well, I can tell you that the golf card thing. Is right up there.
If you're listening, mate, I apologise. I was paying attention. It was your wedding, I know, but yes. So, Meg is just one of his souvenirs. He's looking at the scorecard from the round of drunk pitch and putt the following day.
Year on it. It was late 2011, early 2012.
I can probably find it on an album somewhere on Facebook.
You paid for it, and it only recently paid you back for that when I gave you the mic. Remember?
Yeah. So basically, I'll try and find the date, but we are talking that it's been over a decade.
Let's say 12
definite.
Years. It's 2024. Let's say early 2012 because you invited me at the last minute to this.
Yeah.
It was either late 2011 or early 20. I just lost my job though, so I think it's early 2012.
Yeah.
Because basically what happened was
because I've known him so long. I'm trying to work out.
David's oldest friend was having a stag do.
Yeah.
And they needed one more person, and David was like, "I'll invite Meg."
Yeah. So I think you'd met him once before.
Yeah, at a house party at
Winchcombe. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he and his now wife, of course, they were both lovely people.
That would have been house party would have been like 2009, 2010. So yeah, probably would have
been 2007, 2008, no, 2008, 2009. Sorry, because I would still live in.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't move to Northfields until.
Yeah, because I moved out.
Yeah, it was during the summer break.
Yeah.
It was yours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2008.
So yeah, it might even, so it could even be 2010 then but
I lost my job. I know that because I had to pay you back. I know I'd only just lost it, so I think it would have been I think it's right at the end of 2011.
Yeah.
But either way, it's still basically the stag do happened. They needed an extra person. Dave paid for me then, and that was a debt that held for over a decade because I just couldn't pay him back, and then I forgot he existed because his girlfriend hated me.
Yeah.
And
ironically, the sister-in-law of the guy who stag do it was.
Yes, well, thankfully that didn't work out. You crashed the golf cart at a wedding? I wish. Hello, Zombie Teddy. I never understood why the two different ways of spelling whiskey. It's because whiskey with KY is a Scottish traditional process, and any country that honours it can use it. England, Japan, Taiwan, not Thailand, Sweden as well. They all follow that procedure and honour it. Whiskey, the other way, is done in a very different process, much like Irish, where they do triple distilled, for example.
And slightly less requirement on length of aging before it's legally sold.
Yeah. They They don't follow same process.
So I should clarify. No, we didn't crash a golf cart at a wedding. We went drunk pitch and putting as part of the stag do the night after the incident. We're now going to say,
fam, I was beyond hungover. So basically,
so we went go karting.
No,
that was fine.
Well,
I took out my then future girlfriend's stepdad.
No. You took me out on the second to last corner.
No, I took him out on the straight a bit before.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up near you.
Yeah, I was in a really comfortable position, like mid-table, like maybe fourth or fifth.
Yeah.
And then you
were going to lap me.
I had the inside corner.
I'd taken him out and got stuck.
I had the inside corner, and you take me out, and I'm like seventh when I finished. The only guy I lost to was the guy who was too heavy for his golf cart. I got spun out, and my car wouldn't start again. I got done dirty. So
I'm a good driver.
Just to be clear though, that was sober. It was fun.
Yeah, that was pre.
I will admit, it was my very first time golf karting, and I was doing well, and I was really angry about that.
I like where you're saying golf karting now, and it's go karting.
Golf karting, we're committing. All right, Yempi, we're going to help you here. Hello, Cecil. Hope you're well. Hello to anyone that's joined. We did this. We went to the chalet lodge.
Yeah, we
place.
had like a chalet lodge. We went bowling in the evening.
And then we had
some
as
food,
well. Yeah.
And then we went back.
Bowling was after the food.
Yeah.
Went back and hung out, and this is where it got. I'll be honest with you. I'll stand by you only said because I told you that. I stand by this. It was the most boring thing ever, and then a solution was presented in the form of a 1 litre bottle of Jack Daniel's No. 7, where we were told that by order of the soon-to-be bride, it was not to return. And I wish we kept the bottle.
Yeah, we should have done.
While a couple of them did have one single glass of it, David and I went.
I think we did. I think we did get most of them to have a measure either on its own or with some Coke on a first pour round. We went round the group. I think one.
The friend or the brother of the groom.
Yeah.
He had a friend.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
That friend had a couple of them.
Yeah.
But he was the only other person I know that definitively had glasses. The only thing
Groom did have one. Elder brother had one. His dad had one.
Yeah, it was singles at most.
And a friend.
They weren't. Yeah. We did the rest, and it was.
Sister's husband didn't have one.
We sent that bottle to the. We sent it to the drink, and it was finished. I had a few beers as well, a few ciders. I'd had a lot of alcohol in my system. I was a bit, fucked, quite frankly.
I just had the Jack Daniels, and I was, frankly, doing okay.
You okay up to a point.
Up until a point where I got thirsty, and the only thing to hand was some Coke. And cue the JD opera singer Conscience guy going, mistake! I had some Coke, and that was where my evening went downhill.
John Dorian from Scrubs, just to be clear. Not Jack Daniels, mistake guy. If you watch Scrubs, you'll know who John Dorian is. Me and David were sharing a room, 2 separate beds, and a very tiny, minuscule bathroom. As we went upstairs, everyone was going to bed. David hiccuped, and the Coke came out into his hands onto his white bed sheets, and I shit you not, it looked like the Playboy Bunny logo, like straight up. And I was like,
it was genuinely a hiccup. I didn't throw up. No, it was a hiccup.
I concede we were battered. We'd had enough. I don't think we haven't done that much since.
Never.
Okay, maybe the night before.
Was that before or after I downed the bottle? No, that was after I downed the bottle.
What about the pre-wedding?
Yeah, that was after I downed the bottle.
On Euro Truck stream. That was a fair chunk.
That was a fair chunk, but I don't think we had 500 milliliters.
I think what did us dirty. I think though what does us on that is Talisker did us on that.
Yeah, that was strength rather than quantity.
Exactly. But we did do that, and then I gave David my bed, and I went downstairs onto the settee, which is not big enough for me, and I couldn't sleep, so everyone gets up at 6 to get, or half 6 to go get food, and I'm so hungover and I'm so tired. And then I go and eat loads of scrambled egg and fry up because I couldn't do anything about it.
I think I managed a yogurt and a coffee.
I ate so much because I was like, I've got to get this alcohol out of my system. I was told it was free, and I'm like, all right then, I bet I'll eat that. So I just got everything I could and stacked my plates up, and I just started wolfing. And then we had to do pitch and putt, and I'm like, this.
I think the first solid food I ate was a packet of crisps on the way home.
It got worse.
I was definitely not safe to drive that day.
It got worse because you all play golf this way.
Yeah.
I played. I'm left-handed. Yeah. So I'm using the freaking driver or the little chippy thing, the wedge the wrong way, and I'm like, this is an absolute ball ache. I couldn't play.
But yeah, so in answer to the question, how much did you guys drink? Yes.
Yeah. So we are. I will admit, I haven't knowingly touched Jack Daniel's number 7 in over a decade.
I haven't touched it since,
No,
other
not
than the fancy, like the Sinatra Select.
Yeah. You have a Gentleman Jack, haven't you?
I
You
have
had a single
some
barrel as well.
I've had some a measure of each of those. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never had the standard.
Yeah,
I've had a
same.
honey and a Tennessee Fire.
Well,
as
they
well,
don't
but I've never had a standard since.
I'll have to try a Tennessee Apple one day. But anyway, yeah, we're going to do this one because it's been a bit of a long time. I don't want to, but I'm going to put the tasting notes on the screen. That's what it says. We'll get to that in a second.
So if you hear a hiccup and then Meg go, "Oh, bunny," you'll know exactly what's happened.
If I say hiccup, if you hiccup now, say bunny, that towel better be off my bar because I don't want it. I don't want your alcohol burning my varnish. All right, do you have a sniff? All right.
Clink.
Okay, so it says here light with plenty of sweetness. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple.
There are hints of dry spice and oily nuts, a touch of smoke. No smoke for me. I mean, This is far too mild. Hello, Jake from State Farm. Could never stomach number 7, but the JD Select Rye. I've had that. It's the JD Single Barrel Select Rye is quite strong. It's 100 proof.
I think you said it. I don't know. I had that, but you told me about that.
It's the flavour part. His brother-in-law might have some left. It's quite on the palate. It hits you a bit if you're not used to rye.
Yeah,
hits you. Okay, so shall we have a little sip first?
We could sip.
Thank God we had the Lagavulin first. I don't miss this. It's box
It tastes
standard.
of nothing.
Yeah, it's box standard bourbon, isn't it? What? Okay, it is. Okay. I'm gonna.
It's kind of just sort of like a thin treacle.
Yes. So on the palate it says here quite smooth and soft with notes of banana milkshake, mixed nut, a touch of caramel with creme anglaise.
Custard.
Yeah, I like they've gone with creme anglaise.
Yeah, they've tried to class it up.
Yeah, bitch, don't try me. The finish is sweet with a little cereal sweetness. Okay, you got sweet twice. And toasty oak. So I've got a little build-up of heat here, but it's not much. In the middle of my chest, for those who are wondering, you feel a bit of heat.
Question is that the whiskey or is that the body rejecting it?
Oh, bunny. Oh, look, bunny. No, I'm fine. Hello, Leona. Welcome back. Yeah, to be honest, so there are a number of distilleries that do an entry-level whiskey that I will make it a point now not to buy. And I'll say, like, number 7 is fine, but it's not the one I'm going to buy if I buy a Jack Daniel's. If I buy a Jack Daniel's, I'm going to buy a single barrel because I think I prefer the quality of that to the standard. Also, as the years have gone by, palates change. Ours have changed a fair bit. We obviously don't want to linger too long on this, and we've been here for half an hour nearly. So we'll give it another minute, and then we're going to... Are you able to send what you've got?
Yeah, it should be. I'm just trying to make YouTube work because it's just decided it's...
I've got the chat here. It's
yeah,
all good.
I have no chat again.
Could go for a milkshake. I mean, milkshake's good. If you get one with creme de menthe, it's fantastic. Just don't eat it with a massive burger. It turns out it does not help with indigestion. I'm not going to dunk on number 7 because I know why this sells so well. Because it is such a versatile, mild flavoured drink. You know,
yeah.
It really is. And you can't deny it. I'm sure you've had it with JD and Coke. I'm sure you've had
Yeah, I've had JD Coke. And
works.
Ferrari Jack as well.
Ferrari Jack?
So it's
Is that like
JD and
McLaren
Coke
one?
but with amaretto as well. That was nice.
Ooh.
When I drank fizzy drink, once I discovered that is what I had quite a lot.
You told me about that, and I think you told me. I remember the amaretto thing now. I love amaretto.
Yeah, that was good.
I
Ferrari
need
Jack.
that in my bar, and I don't have any. It's Di Serono, give it to me. Just give me Di Serono, honestly.
Adding to wish list.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I like Di Serono. Oh, thank Penguin, if you're here. Yes, I did get all the multiple packs of cat crack you sent my way, and the box of nothing.
I'm
Sorry.
so glad someone's finally bought that because I've had that on there for so long.
Sorry, Yempy. But apparently, after being trolled.
I thought it would be empty, but
After being trolled for months by Penguin with gifts for the cats, for my sisters, my nieces, my dad, for David, I then get sent a box of nothing. Yeah. Do you taste the banana milkshake? Well, Dave doesn't like banana, so if he noticed it, you'd know.
no, it's just it is just like a thin treacle. It's just a sweet.
For those who don't know what treacle is, molasses.
Yeah, it's just a sweet sort of syrup.
It's a thin sweet syrup. It's not a bad. It's not. I will admit, you can't necessarily dunk too hard on this drink. We know it's one of the most popular in the world for a reason. It's not a whiskey, though, just to be clear. The bottle quite clearly states it is sour mash. Okay? It says it in little writing, where Tennessee and whiskey are on either side of it. But it's a sour mash because it comes from Tennessee. Kentucky is bourbon. Tennessee, anywhere else is sour mash. Yeah. So if you see any other state say that they make bourbon and it's not Kentucky, it is not a bourbon.
Yeah.
It's a sour mash. Although to be fair, they're the same fucking thing.
Yes. It's just a trademark thing.
It may as well be. But no, I don't taste the banana milkshake, and send it. Heron. Shanti. Lovely. Don't you dare.
Yeah.
I'm going to just admit now, I remember doing shots of Jack Daniels and not feeling like this, ever. Something in me is different. And the thing's got water over there.
It was good. Dave's voluntarily going for Agua.
Why are you doing Agua in this? We're going to be using those anyway. Or do you want to put it in the glasses instead?
Well, I don't want to water down the next whiskey we have.
I mean, if you're stupid enough, you'll do it. Thank you.
Like
We need to cleanse our palates for those who are curious.
Dave has actively reached for water.
Yeah, it's a rarity. Don't worry about the duck. Put him down for now. Yeah.
Protected by the duck kraken.
How would you describe that shot based on you recoiling, David?
I haven't done JD for X number of years, and I won't be doing it again.
I won't unless it's one of the others, because I do genuinely think I know why number 7 sells so well, but I really do think the starting point for them should be Gentleman Jack or Single Barrel. I know they've got their bonded series now as well. 3 bottles.
Yeah.
I did buy one for.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, for Christmas or January. No, Christmas. Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
You didn't get me anything at January treat time.
I ended up having to because he complained. It was fine. I grabbed some random firearm things.
Right.
Yeah, we'll discuss it later. Anyway, yeah. So if you're going to rate that as, if you're going to rate it out of 5, don't look at all the whiskey in this room.
No, I was just looking at the frog tape or beam up there. I hadn't noticed before.
It was left over from the last roll, so I just stuck it there. I was like, all right, stick it there. It was what was left over from doing this. I'm like, memento. For those who don't know, I have beams going across my ceiling that hold the roof up. And when I did the bar, I used frog tape on literally everything to make sure nothing crossed over. There was a tiny amount left, and I stuck it on one of the beams on my ceiling because I thought it was hilarious to leave it there. I'm glad you noticed, because no one else has noticed it.
Balvenie 14. Now we're talking.
That's what I'm talking about. Although, to be fair, I've only had the 12. And hello, Charlie Zard. Hello, Worsenary. If anyone else has joined, do say hello in the chat so we can, of course, haze your brains out. Started with hating number 7 after 10 years. Can't touch it unless it's a mix. I can understand that, because to be fair, that's what I think a lot of the entries for respective distilleries and brands are. They are mixers. And that's not a bad thing, but it shows the level of versatility at that point, which is why they want to sell more of it.
A lot of them are marketed now as mixers. Like Johnny Walker Red never used to be marketed as a mixer.
They did bring out their blonde, didn't they, for a little while? And then they were like, well, no one's buying it.
But they've now gone to marketing Johnny Walker Red as a mixer.
Monkey Shoulder do the same. You see ads everywhere. Bushmills do the same. Glenmorangie do it with the 10.
Yeah, Glenmorangie made a couple, because they made something else that was to mix as well, didn't they?
XX.
Yeah.
Every Pulteney have just done it with Harbour. I'm looking at my cabinet. Anything that's not an age statement that is their standard, if the distillery can do it, they'll do it. Singleton do it with Malt Masters.
Malt Masters.
Yep. They don't advertise. Stirada for Bunnahabhain. I don't make it a point to buy these, though, anymore. Because
Founders Reserve. Obviously, live it.
Yeah.
Or Caribbean rum.
You can argue all the Irish ones as well. Yeah. Jameson's, Tullamore, they both definitely milk it. Bushmills do too. It's just that's the nature of the game, and that's totally fine. Some distilleries don't want to do that because they're too small. Edredale won't do it.
No.
Morclac don't do it. Diageo won't do it with some of their more, let's say, highly respected ones.
More prestigious ones.
Yeah. Dalmore don't do it. They do have other ones that are like that, and probably should be that, but they don't do it.
Portwood.
How do we know, though, for sure? I have to have another glass to find out. If you'd rate the Jack Daniels out of 5, how below 1 would it be?
Minus 471,860.
I was going to go with like pi, but negative, and just keep going.
Yeah, but I only know pi's like 3 decimal places, so.
It goes up to a few trillion, so you've got a while to go. It take a while to fully calculate. Hello again, Charlie. Oh yeah, you mentioned the Balvenie Charlie's idea. I didn't realise that was Charlie's idea. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I started hating number 7. Oh yeah, that's my comment hasn't moved. That's my mistake. Trying to catch up. Okay, well we've sent it. We do actually have another one, but we're not going to. Yeah, we're not going to touch on the other one.
Thought I need to rinse the thingy.
Yeah, please do. If you give me the other number 7, I'll put it with the Glenmarnock for my father. That way we don't accidentally mistake it and try and drink it. But it's okay.
I think we'll notice.
Oh, I'm certain we... No, not the bull, yeah. I want that.
Sorry, I needed both.
Don't touch my birthday
I
whiskey.
needed both of them. I forgot
Okay.
which shot glass was whose. So.
Okay, so next on the list is my 33rd, I believe. It's written on the bottle. Yes, birthday whiskey. Which is Bouillet Bourbon. Now, this one is the lowest rated of all the ones we're trying today. This is the lowest. My one is a bit unique. Mine comes with an ice crush bag, which I got in Sainsbury's. When I was 33, I didn't have much money, so I bought this because I liked the crush bag, basically. Legit, I only bought it because
the
this.
Lewis bag.
Yeah, ice bag, basically,
Yeah.
isn't it? It gets better. I had to put that in the washing machine because of all the Decerona velvet that went on it. It's smaller than what it was originally, but it's better because it actually it fits the bottle tighter.
Yeah.
And this Lewis bag, this has magnets on the top, so it seals around the bottle. It hasn't really been touched much. I don't believe Dave's had a glass of this.
No.
And that's good because I want him to taste this. It is the one that's rated on Master Malt 1 out of 5. Ooh. It's the only one rated 1 out of 5 by a number of comments, some of which said you need a lot more sugar than this drink is worth. Okay. And that worries me a little bit.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I always like Famous Grouse as a pleb. That's fair. Nothing. I mean, I prefer. I do like some of their grouses. I like Dave has snow grouse and smoky.
You've got naked grouse.
No, I don't have.
Did you? I thought you
Oh
had
no, I got
naked.
Malt.
Naked malt. I thought
used to
you
be
had
called Naked Grouse,
Yeah.
but they're not the same distillery
No.
anymore. Naked Malt is on its own. I wouldn't mind getting my hands on the Naked Grouse bottle on eBay. You can get one and just filling that up and reusing because both bottles look great. Because they have the embossed barrel of mine, and the Grouse one has the embossed. Yeah,
snow grouse.
But David has
frosting on it.
Yeah, David's got snow grouse, and my dad got him smoky, didn't he, for Christmas?
Yeah, black grouse smoky or something.
Yeah, basically, and we found that's quite nice. Yeah. As
Snow
far as
grouse being one that's actually designed to be served from the freezer.
True,
Well.
much like my Johnny Walker White Walker.
White Walker and gold. Gold is actually supposed to be served.
Is it? Which one?
Gold, good gold.
Oh, the good one.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I have.
Hey, Crispo.
What's up, Crispy?
Crispy has joined us.
He has. If you're going to go with those whiskies that are often touted as shit skis, yeah, I do have one behind the bar that is in that ballpark. Yet recently won an award as one of the best blended whiskies in the world. If Dave's going to look down now and try and find it, it is on one of those 2 shelves.
Is it a Glenmarnock?
No, you'll get it because it's quite cheap. It's one of those we consider rubbish.
Working my way along.
It's a black bottle. It's aged 12 years old.
Oh, you're not going to tell me a fucking Glenfiddich, are you?
No.
Oh, Grant's.
There it is.
Down there, middle of the bottom.
Grant's Triple Wood. That is one of the best blended whiskies in the world right now. And I have it because it's 20 quid in Sainsbury's, and I thought, yeah, I'm getting it because it just won that award.
Yeah.
I had a sample of it last year, and I will admit, I liked it. And that annoyed me.
Well, I mean, to be fair, well, okay, the Speyside, not so much, but I like the Glenmarnock, the Aldi whiskies, the
So do I.
Isla
I've had
and the Highland.
I've had a glass of
You had the Isla, I think.
either that or the Highland. Because I gave my dad the Speyside bottle for Father's Day 2 years ago, because I gave him Jura bourbon cask last year.
Yeah.
And he loved both of those. He loves it. So David's brought the Barnock down Speyside that he didn't like, and we gave it to my father because yes,
Crispo. He properly welcomed me by making me swallow him down in one, and then
there's a joke.
my mouth
There's a joke
clean
for
afterwards.
that, and it will get me demonetised. So we're not going to allude any further on that because it will get us into trouble, and also potentially get me into trouble. So we'll not go any further on that. But it's not sexual. It's just a joke. It's a pun. Play along. Thank you. Anyway, yeah. So there are whiskies from distilleries that we often regard as could be regarded by many as plebeian, but they're not. There are versions they make that are great. Bouillet do 3 different versions. They do the standard one. They do the standard version, which is what we're drinking. They do the rye version, and they do a 10-year-old. Now, I wanted the 10, but obviously the Lewis bag is what I wanted when I saw it. I bought it because, sometimes you want to buy it with a little accessory. I bought a bottle of Talisker that came with a dry bag. My thought was, well, if we go on a boat this summer, I can bring it with me and put our cider in it. What's up?
Just rub the label. Does that feel a bit like a plaster to you?
Yeah. It's got that coarse, very coarse feeling. Yeah.
Like fabric plaster.
It's a nice simple bottle. It's a nice affordable drink, but I've had a few glasses,
Yeah.
It's had a couple glasses out of it. However, let's see, what is that? Mind you, I literally can't drink. I'm very sorry, Worsenary, that you can't. Grant's Triplewood is a 12-year-old, very affordable whiskey. Grant's Triplewood was voted the best blend, one of the 3 best blends. One was Johnny Walker, I can't remember which one it was. Rye? The Rye Johnny Walker?
Possibly,
yeah. I saw that. I don't know if it's the 12, but I can't find any other Grant's Triplewood, so I'd assume it's the 12. Yeah. But I've had it, and I liked it, so I went with it. Anyway, Boulier Bourbon. It's made in, what state is it in? Say Kentucky.
Frontier Whiskey, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
It's Kentucky, therefore it is a bourbon. Yeah. What is the ABV on this, David?
It is 45% alcohol by volume.
90 proof, for those who are curious. David has never had this. This was the year before David actually...
Limestone filtered water.
Yay. This was the year before David bought me 2 birthday whiskies on the trot. I don't know which order it was, but one was the Auchentoshan, and then it was the Bunnahabhain 12.
And it was the Bunnahabhain first, because you'd been wanting it for a while, because I kept having it in the shop, and then you never got it.
Then I think I'm almost certain now that it was the Strada they had. But I don't regret it being the 12, because the 12 is so good. It can't be... I'm sorry, but one day when we do a 12-year-old whiskey stream, that one's going to feature, and I promise you it's going to... Glenfiddich 12 will have to feature. We know what's going to lose. It's what's going to win that's going to be tricky, because the 12 is just packed with so much.
Black, if that features, could be a swerve as a shot, not a drink.
A dangerous one.
Yeah.
How much do you have? Yes.
How much are you willing to drink? Yes.
Yeah, you wake up next day and the stream's still going. Yes.
Yeah, you just had 8 hours of Dave snoring.
Wait, hang on. What about Meg snoring?
True, yeah.
Jeez.
Well, you wouldn't get it for 8 hours, you do it like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'll wake up and be horrifically hungover and I'll be crawling over to the
You'll just be chatting to the stream at 3 a.m. while I'm snoring in the background.
They're just judging.
Like 3 insomniacs still on the stream watching.
Yeah. So just me, Leona and Yempi then.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, so should we open this up, David? It's got a cork.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Ooh. Sorry, I was...
Yeah, you almost.
I was high enough.
You got it on my hand.
Yeah, it splashed.
Yeah, it's alright. You got extra towels underneath, man. You got extra towels underneath. For those who don't know, Dave...
I had a good pop.
He's not necessarily heavy-handed. It's just to pop it satisfyingly requires a fair amount of force. I had to put my hand under the bottle because it nearly hit the bar again. This is one of those ones where, because of the ratings of it, we might now encounter one that might not be worth a cork, and I'm going to cry if it is that, because...
Well, we gave it a good pop, so it'd be worth a cork for that on pop rating.
Sure, but at the same time, you've got to wonder why it's been rated so low.
Yeah.
And hopefully, we'll be able to work that out. We do have the tasting notes as well. Hopefully, we'll be able to suss it out, and hopefully, it's better than Jack Daniel's number 7. I can't remember. I haven't had a glass of this in about maybe 2 years. I've had it for a while. It's just one of those things where I don't... The birthday whiskies are a strange one for me because I don't generally go near them that often. Back to the house later.
So we're working on a stream where at least you've had some of these. I've had pretty much none of these.
I have had...
Other than the last but one is the only one I've had other than Jack Daniel's number 7.
What's the list again? Behind you on the board.
JD, Woodford's, Maker's Mark, 46, Buffalo Trace, Tin Cup / Boulier, so we've got Boulier and Eagle Rare.
Right, so I've not had Eagle Rare or Woodford's Reserve or Double Oak. Those are one of the last 2, 3 even, with Maker's Mark 46. And Buffalo, I've not had that. So 3 out of 6 I've had. If we'd had Tin Cup in there, I've had that. I've had a bottle of that. I've had the Slipknot as well. And I've had the Angel's Envy too, not the Metallica one. Oh, I'm looking forward to that though, because that looks cool.
It's an awesome looking bottle.
Big bottle too. $7.50 makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real letdown if the Glenfiddich 12 in Amontillado sucks ass.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it was a good shopping trip, to be fair, though. There was quite a lot of whiskey there.
I saw the receipt.
A lot of it was cheap. Not a lot of it was cheaper.
I saw the receipt. Couldn't have been those dollar signs you ignored. What do you do for a living again? You're a manager, right? You can't count. Okay.
The till does it for me.
Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Although, to be fair, I'm quite good at working out the percentage discounts in my head when we're doing motoring clubs.
You are remarkably good with discounts. It's a trait that earned you a certain nickname that we can't see on YouTube for a long time.
No.
Yeah. You got that from your mother, I believe.
Yeah.
Who still does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fair play. You live frugal if you can. Save money. Why not?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have done that in January when I went to the whiskey shop. Can I get a discount on some of this? Maybe the Dalmore 18, perhaps,
yeah.
Which still hasn't been opened.
So do I get a cash discount? Yeah. Oh, good, because I'm paying for everything in cash. It's like the guy's like, oh shit, I was like 200 quid off my bill.
You wait until honestly, if I can get this right in January next year, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Maybe they'll rock out with $2,000 in cash and be like,
shit, how'd you know that?
I'll have half of the shop, please.
I'll take that Glenfiddich 30. How much is it? £1,000? Bosh.
Count it.
Count it. Send it. I'll take that. I'll take that Bunnahabhain 30, thank you. Yes. What other 30s you got? Oh, I'll take that Dalmore 21 as well. Yes.
How are you paying? Fiddies.
Yeah. Turns up with a little tin. It's in there somewhere. I hope it's not all. I bet he'll say I hope it's not all coins again. Oh shit, you've rumbled me then, have you?
Meg falls out of like keg full of pound coins. Dunk on the counter. It's like, yeah, you'll be there for like 2 hours carrying that.
I'm the only one that, out of the two of us, I'm probably the only one that can carry that. Jeez.
That'd be very nice to put a sign on the shop. Closed for coin counting.
It's the idea, right? Just the thing here. First of all, I am obviously a little bit stronger than David. Not by much, I'm sure, but
yeah, by a lot.
If I rocked up with 2 grams worth of pound coins and you didn't know I had it, it's going to be in my rucksack and I'm going to be walking like I'm carrying a crucifix.
It's got a very own whiskey crucifix.
I'm going to walk in there and they're going to look at me and go, we'll take it, but we're banning you after this.
You can see him ringing his area manager, but yeah, you know that January sales target week that's always really high? Yeah, you're going to have to get that down because it ain't going to happen next year. You just ban the people that buy it.
Those tossers.
So, why? They paid a £2.5 bill in pound coins.
Oh, I might do that now. I might do that. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, dear.
Should you have a sniff of the Bouillet bourbon and tell me what you think, David? Please. Sorry about the laughter there, guys, but apparently we like our in-jokes. But what are you going to the gym for then? Well, that's a fair point. I am doing I'm getting gains.
On the subject of whiskey shop, I will just give another shout out to Python_RL, who is a YouTube content creator and is related to one of the people who work in the whiskey shop, who has been very good to us over the years. With the supply of amber nectar and counting Meg's ridiculous
Shut up.
cash wad and box that he's produced last time. So yes, do check out Python RL, mainly a Rocket League streamer. I know he's looking to get some more followers.
Yeah, we'd like to send him more. I might put it on the main channel as well, just because the guy was really nice to us. He plied me with enough alcohol, as many of you will undoubtedly know, with enough alcohol to nearly take me off my feet. I required a double Nando's order, and I almost didn't. I almost finished it as well.
Yes, we had so much alcohol in samples that we had to have lunch before I could drive home.
At least we got the Kalina, right?
True.
Fucking hell, that was brutal. Anyway, have a sniff of the Bouillet and tell me what you think, because I think you're about to realise this is vastly different to the Jack Daniels.
It's got the same kind of starter base of sweetness.
There's something
sugar,
but sharper there.
Yeah,
isn't there?
It's got a very nice, it's a very pleasant smell.
Yeah,
It's slightly, if you, I realise I'm about to say this to someone that doesn't cook. But, when you caramelise sugar.
I know how to cook.
When you caramelise sugar.
How many curries have we made together over the years?
Yeah, how many cakes do you make? This is more a baking type thing.
Fam, I go to the bakery for that.
Yeah. When you start caramelising, just as it starts to take, just as it starts to catch and caramelise, that's what it smells like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's all good. Okay, so that's interesting. Right, so I'll pull up the tasting notes. Here we go. So Bouillet is nose bright with orange zest, toasted oak, and vanilla.
The orange will be the sharper then.
Yeah, the oak I get, and the orange definitely. The vanilla maybe, but
we always miss vanilla, don't we?
It's one of those weird ones because vanilla is normally associated with like
That's
toffee
a
or
lot of ads.
smoothness. Yeah, I don't know if you're getting ads on this. I'm really sorry. 'Cause
Even I'm getting ads, and I'm a mod.
I'm on my main account. I'm not getting any at all. Oh no, I've been given a membership, haven't I?
Yeah.
I gave one yesterday. Do you remember that? Thank you again, Penguin. Anyway, yeah. So it says on the nose that. Should we get to the palate? Should we have a little
We
sample?
should, yes.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bit more oaky on the palate.
Yeah.
Sweet, oaky. A little bit of like
A little bit
spice
of
to it.
Sizzle, yeah.
Yeah, and it finishes spicy as well. Like
But quite short.
Yeah, very bit smooth as well. Why has this got 1 star? Why people rate it?
I suppose the only thing I can think is that I would say beyond what we've just picked out, I don't think there's a huge amount more to it. So if it's been rated by people that are
like us,
not necessarily
perhaps
like us, but people that do drink a fair bit of whiskey,
they might look down.
they
on
might
this.
look down at it and think, well, it's
But
quite
as a bourbon-
simple.
Well, as a bourbon, it's fine.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing this as a whiskey.
But
'cause
simple
we
is
can-
good sometimes.
It's
nice to go, well, actually, yeah, I got all of that.
Yeah,
because
we've been mentioning that obviously we're more whiskey people, whiskey and whiskey, but bourbon is still on the list. I've got bourbons for it because I like them. I don't hate bourbon. I just won't go near. I don't make it a point now to buy the standards of them. Like, I don't have a standard Woodford's. I have the double oak. I've had a bottle of the standard. It's fine. It's kind of meh.
yeah,
the
well,
double
the
oak.
standard tablet because it is the double oak and we have the double oak.
Yeah. I've got 3 of those now. I've been given 2.
I don't need another one. I've got one. That's more than enough.
I've got 3 because I was given one for my birthday. I've been sent 2 as well.
Oh, Meg's dad. Happy Father's Day.
Again?
I could take one for my dad for Father's Day if you want to offload one.
Yeah, it came from Meg. So you owe him again. I know you don't want to get him anything from Florida, but just saying.
To be fair, they carried some of your whiskey back.
Hey, look, that doesn't count as a gift. Okay, that's responsibility. No, but for me, this is the entry point for Bouillet, and it's fine. Actually, I haven't had it in a while, and I don't really see an issue with
Well,
it.
let's put it this way: it's a lot better than Jack Daniels.
Obviously, we haven't recoiled that.
No.
But it says on the palate, further orange notes followed by some warming winter spices and a hint of tobacco leaf. Now, I don't really get tobacco because I don't know.
No,
I've had
neither
tobacco
a
candle.
smoke. So
Well, tobacco leaf. Yeah, you have tobacco flower as well, and that smells pretty good. But the leaf, no, I don't really do tobacco. But the finish, smooth and spicy. Overall, a new style of Bouillet, at least for us, but it's still as brilliant as ever. It's all right.
yeah, I mean, it's again. I think it's one of those where we've pretty much got most of what the experts say, which actually is quite nice because a lot of the time we're nowhere near or we don't get anything. And
If you do a Meg sip, you don't get much out. You do a Dave sip, you do find that smoothness. It's just there. It's smooth. Yeah, it's no age statement, no need to worry, no fuss, no muss. Can't really complain. It's nice.
yeah. But no, I like the little tingle on the tongue. It's quite.
Yeah.
It's got a little.
It's one I'd like to.
Little bit of panache to it.
If I went fishing in cold, I'd take that along, just knowing it's
Yeah,
easy.
it's a little bit warming. Isn't it?
I've taken a few before in the past. I've taken Bushmills normally because it's a nice, simple one, but it doesn't warm you up as well as bourbons do. I found that bourbons or horrid vodkas do it better. If I take Bushmills Prohibition
Yeah,
next
to be
time.
fair, not that I would go fishing, but if I would probably like Jägermeister.
I do like Jaeger.
That's why I used to drink a lot of when I went clubbing and that. We had to walk home, double Jaeger just before you leave.
I
Walk home in the cold.
remember going clubbing and going to Punta Nars, Chicago, going to one of the goth ones further down the street. It was like the underground one.
Yeah, was it Spencer's at the time?
Yeah, I went to
think
Marquee,
it was
obviously,
called
a few times
Spencer's
with drinks
Market,
there, death and all that. But the
flaming shots.
like,
And,
yeah, well, random shots.
Yeah.
I got nice. I got nice. But the drink, I remember getting given free champagne at Chicago multiple times. I didn't really care for it, but it was free. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Went to Punta Nars, could never get served.
No, it got a little bit better when it was Lola Lows and then it changed to something else. Now it's Panda something. And
Panda Express.
I saw one then in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't bother. I've heard it's real shit. But yeah, no, the
Oh look, the American has awoken.
well, Bushmills was mentioned.
Commenting
Just
about
to say,
Bushmills, not American.
I do
whiskey.
officially own 2 bottles of Bushmills Prohibition recipe.
Yeah,
One is
Meg
open,
has
the
American Bushmills.
One, it's a nightmare to open. No, it was a nightmare because the plastic wrapper around the top was an absolute bitch to get off. I had to use my
Well,
fingernail.
it's handy since I had to come back in a suitcase.
Honestly, it was so hard to get off. Really was, really hard. Yeah. But the the drinks were either random shots or it was vodka. In like the goth club, it was mostly vodka-based stuff, and I hated vodka.
See, that's an interesting one. So, Worsenary said take an extra strong mint before a horrible vodka, get rid of the burn.
So the burn, years ago on my wish list before they changed the rules, Americans could send me alcohol off my wish list, and somebody sent me one that was shaped like an alien head. Looked cool.
Yeah.
I put it on there because it was funny. They sent it to me, and I tried it at my sister's old home.
Yeah.
The other place, with the brother-in-law, and he and I did a couple shots, and we agreed it was vile because it made me feel sick inside.
Be like that Hungarian thing we had.
Unicum.
Unicum.
No, Unicum was fine. I want more of that. Soplica Staroposka was horrible. That was you never got that, but that was vile. In the bottle, though, the bottle looked amazing. It looked like a teardrop. It looked great. But no, I ended up walking to Tesco with my family, and I bought myself a loaf of cornbread. Never had it before. Made a big fat turkey sandwich and ate all the bread as well. I was like, there we go, the alcohol's gone.
Yeah.
It settled, and
It
I was
has
like...
been absorbed.
Yeah, well, it was a rather large loaf.
I'm now gluten intolerant, but it's worth it.
I wanted to try it because I played 7 Days to Die, and cornbread was your go-to meal in that game.
Yeah.
I'd never had it. You bake it in a jam jar and then shatter the jar.
Yeah, because you have a mother dough that you keep alive and you take bit to make the...
I didn't know that, and I was like, oh, I want cornbread. I saw it.
Sourdough's the same.
Is it?
Yeah. I've
seen sourdough because, I'd buy that. Insert before the German says it, it's all right, but I've had better. So,
on the subject of mint, though, I've found over the years, partly because I'm a snob and like after 8 mints, but actually, if you're having quite a strong whiskey and you have some after 8s, they actually complement each other really well. The dark chocolate and the mint kind of cut against the strength of the whiskey.
So that's a
It's
fascinating
a really good
point.
combo.
That really is fascinating. Because I've discovered, I'm sure you'll back me on this, that there is something even better than that entirely. It's called Kendall Mint Cake Liqueur. It's on my wish list.
And Wittard's, not Wittard's now, Hotel Chocolat. Velvetized hot chocolate.
With either that or Loch Fyne or nog.
English nog.
Oh, nog, yes.
Or some form of rum, probably.
There's a chance here, guys, there might be a slight vlog on the Not Worth Cork channel, because we might be going to a distillery in the near future. And I swear to God, if I have any money, I will buy 1.5 litres of nog. I'm not even joking. I will buy it.
We are potentially considering, for my birthday, going to the... I was going to say the English Whisky Company, but I'm not actually sure it's officially called the English Whisky Company anymore. I think it's just the English. But yeah, we are potentially looking at going to the English Whisky Company and doing a distillery tour. Meg is currently rating a bottle. I was looking at the sample bottle here.
Well, it's called English Whiskey on the back.
It says the English Distillery on that one.
St George's Distillery.
So that's what it used to be, because the chapters are St George's, aren't they?
That's what it's called because of the address.
Yeah.
In Norfolk, it's the English Whiskey.
Yeah.
It says TEW, so it must be English. English Whiskey. Yeah.
And Meg is going to very much try and get his hands on a fancy port cask. He's just licking. He's just licking his special English just to be sure that I haven't claimed ownership of it.
It's called Clancy. No, I'm not licking it.
Meg is licking Clancy, everyone.
I would never lick that bottle. I promise you that. It's too nice and too delicious. I would never sully. I can't afford. If I do go in August, I wouldn't, after buying stuff in July, be able to afford it as well.
Yeah, Meg likes Kraken.
I've got a few. I've got a bottle. There's a bottle of Kraken somewhere in my.
The fancy blue one somewhere.
That's in the office. But I've got a standard bottle somewhere nearby, and I don't remember where it is. No, it's not. It's not there. Oh. No, it's not in there, David. It's not behind the bar.
Yeah, but I'm down here now, so I'm gonna wait a minute before I try.
If it is, it's on the left-hand side, but it's not there. No, I know I have a bottle somewhere of Kraken. We will be doing a rum stream in the future, by the way. It might be next year though, because we have streams planned for this year.
Stroma down here.
What?
I bought a Stroma down here.
Yeah, I bought that because of Pulteney. Yeah, liqueur stream. Get back up, you bitch. Shall we? We've been here for an hour. Should we send this? We need to find out if
Are we doing the
YOLO swag fam?
We're doing the heron test.
We haven't actually YOLO swag fammed yet, and I'm so sorry.
No, so this is the first official YOLO swag fam at the bar.
Should have done with the Jack Daniels. Actually, it's not worth it.
No,
it's not worth
let's
the
not waste
It's not worth the YOLO swag
fam.
fam.
No, it's not worth the YOLO swag fam on the
Right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Slanty.
Well, as you've probably heard, that one went down somewhat better.
building up slightly on the heat on the back of the throat, but
So there was less flavour in the mouth doing it that way.
yeah,
I think.
more heat.
Yeah.
But it's not bad like Teeling red wine cask heat. No, it's a nice welcome heat. It's not too much. It's warming. But to be honest, that's what I think of when I think of bourbons.
Thank you for linking that, Leona.
Cheers, Leona. And also, as a thing, for those who are interested, yes, I did do a Kraken short recently on Not Worth a Cork. I haven't put it on this. Oh, it's not there. Why is it not showing?
Oh, I don't know. What are you trying to show?
Oh, donation bar.
Oh, yeah, we should probably have that somewhere.
It's there, but it's not working. I'm going to go and get
Bear
it.
with while we have
No, you carry on
technical
talking.
difficulties.
Tell everyone what you think about the bouillon.
No, that is nice, to be fair. The shot was not quite so flavourful in the mouth. It was more sort of an after heat as it goes down.
Yeah.
But that's different from when we sipped it, because when we sipped it, we did get some actual flavour in the palate. We got a sense of spiciness, but it wasn't a very long finish, so we didn't get a lot afterwards. So it's quite interesting that the two different ways of drinking it give a slightly different profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pleasant. I could drink that. That's yeah. I think it is probably worth a cork.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I tend to agree. I think it has good potential, really. Now I've gone live. The button is not showing. We have a donation goal for me going to Norwich next month. And rather annoyingly, none of the widgets are working now that I'm live. Yet if I go to other scenes, yeah, they're not there at all. It was there before I went live, so I'm very confused by this.
The internet doing its internet thing.
Maybe. I don't understand.
Sorry, I thought I had something to go on.
That's all right. Copy that. I'll.
Sorry about this, chat. Well, we just try and. We want you to know how much money we are scamming you out of, so that you feel sad when it's low and you give us more.
I've got the donation bar at least, although that won't show much. Well, that's part of it. That's that. Where's the? Thank you for your support. I mean, there's something else as well for alerts. Goal. Right. Let's copy that. And
I'd offer to help at this point, but I have no idea what he's
that's
doing.
all right. I know what I'm doing.
I don't do streaming.
I do, and I've got it. There we go. Right. Yes.
Huzzah.
I don't know why it
There
didn't
is
work.
somewhat of a delay on the live because you've just done that and it's only just popped the other one on the screen.
Yes, but they'll hear you say that now as it appears. Yes, there is a goal. Everything that is donated is split equally with David because he is going to be joining me because I want to share it. Obviously, he and I have discussed how that works. It will be equal, but obviously I have to take out transaction fees and tax because I have to pay tax on it regardless.
Yes.
But if you'd like to support us, please consider doing so via coffee. Thank you.
Yes, we do appreciate any and all support that you do give. It is very kind of you to donate things, money, bottles, whatever from the wish lists. It's very appreciated. And also, particularly by me, because that way I can get more whiskey without my dad moaning that I spent more money on whiskey.
I mean, you're guaranteed to buy something small at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. Anyway, need water, David.
We do.
You need water, so we can move on to the next. We're going to be moving over to another one that is actually incredibly affordable. I got it on sale in Morrison's for £20, along with 1,000 points on Morrison's little card thing, you know, the little membership thing. I only got it because it was 20 quid, and I was like, all right, it's affordable, bet, I'll take it. And I thought that'd be a great idea to explore, and hopefully...
Sorry. I've just seen while they only put entertain us, it's just made me think of entertain us, you slow-witted elf from Worms.
I've got Worms on my Evercade. I've been playing it recently. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so the donation alert part won't work regardless.
Whoops.
Let's do a test alert. Yeah, no, it's not working at all. Okay. All right. Well, I tried something and gone with it. So yes, next on the list is, and you just pull up
An unopened bottle.
Yes, it's unopened of Buffalo Trace. Here it is. Yes, we're very new to this one, and it is of all of them the most highly regarded of all. And I mean, I'm not joking. I've copied and pasted the tasting notes to include the awards this has received. This is one of the most highly regarded Kentucky straight, bourbons
Kentucky straight
on the list today.
So I don't know what happens to the Kentucky bendy whiskey. It's only the straight ones that get through. The bendy ones, you know.
You better deal, better deal than Beck's and Hamber. Definitely a better. Well, to be fair, I hold a very strict code, I guess. When people send whiskey off the wish list, I give one of them. If there's 2 bottles, every 2 bottles, Dave gets one of them. Last one was a Kinderwin, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's nearly gone, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's hanging on by one measure.
Whereas Dave and I keep mine in my office. I don't open them. They're my retirement, I guess. But Dave got to pick. I think at one point you got to pick the first one because I had 2, and I was like, you get to pick the first one, but afterwards I get to pick the first one. So if someone sent a really fancy, expensive one, Dave is guaranteed this next one, regardless. Which annoys me because if it's one of the really nice ones, I'm gonna be like.
There's going to be some trading going, maybe bartering. I'll give you my one of these for your that.
I'm a man of my word, though. It doesn't matter what it is. David gets it. It doesn't bother me really because it's the deal. He doesn't get paid to do this, and we enjoy doing this. Yeah. I do anyway. Anyway,
technically, I pay to do this because I drive down here and then buy the steak and occasionally some of the whiskey.
You do that for them, not me. I don't eat the steak. I've eaten it twice now. I've been very good. It is featured in a documentary. Oh, really? The story of bourbon. Oh, fantastic. You're lucky because that is allocated where I am and possible to get for us at Small Liquor. Really?
America's oldest distillery, possibly.
So that's interesting because in Ireland it's Bushmills.
Yempi, screw you.
It's
the owner, timer out.
In Ireland, no, don't read the message. Posterity. In Ireland, it's Bushmills. In Scotland, it's which one is
we
it?
were we discussed this, didn't we? Because we had this. It was the peated non-Islay stream. We were discussing this.
Glenturret,
yeah, because we thought it was Glenlivet.
It's older than
Glenturret. Yeah,
older than Bushmills, isn't it? Bushmills is quite old. It's on the bottle. Maybe it's not actually.
The old Bushmills distillery is 1608.
Yeah.
So Bushmills I think is older then.
Yeah, I think it is by a fair bit as well. Anyway, would David like to do the honours on this bottle, or do you want me to do it because it's mine? I want to do the Eagle Rare, if that's okay. So you do this one.
Okay.
I really am looking forward to the Eagle Rare. I want it now. I kind of want it to disappoint me, just to be annoyed. Yeah, you do the Buffalo. Ooh,
that was a good clean pull.
That was a very good clean pull. Do me a favour, just lean back slightly.
Yeah,
you're. Yeah. Oh. Ooh.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
I mean, it felt like a good build-up, but it lacked in whelm on the finish.
There was a lot of 4s and 5s and 6s, but there wasn't a 7.
It finished a bit too soon.
Yeah, there was no 7.
Must be a virgin.
It was pretty tight on the.
That really is. Look at the cork. Right,
Cork is moist.
That's not even a cork, though.
No, that's synthetic.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Let me just show you. I'm just going to get something out of my cabinet that has an equally disappointing cork. Because it's so short.
This is ironic given the value of this bottle.
What is it, David?
So Meg has pulled out the open bottle, and I stressed the point of it being the open bottle because he has at least one more. Okay, he has 2 more. I was going to say at least one more unsullied because I know one of them has been licked by at least myself and one of the nieces. This is the Nika 12, which is a rare 12-year-old Japanese single malt from the Nika distillery, which I don't really think you can get anymore, or if you can, is. Oof.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
The gassy is a.
That's it. The cork is short. The top is massive. Basically,
the top is a chonk.
The point is the cork is very lacking in whelm, but at least this one's cork and not that resin shite.
So for posterity, we shall endeavour to recork.
Please do it further away, though.
There we go.
Oh. You see, if you
Bushmills 10 for the win. If you ever need a whiskey for popping, Bushmills 10.
Or an Islay whiskey.
Preferably about a quarter drunk.
An Islay is a guarantee as well. Islay whiskies are a guarantee as well. Their corks are insanely tight.
I have to keep the smoke in, don't they?
Of course. Oh.
A little bit better third time round.
What? Elena, the Jack Distillery is so beautiful. I've seen pictures. It looks amazing. I'm not even joking. I think it looks fantastic. Oh, that glug is good
It's
though.
a glug, but it's a full bottle, so.
Still a very nice sound. I'm hoping this is good and lives up to the reputation because it is getting it. Seriously, the amount of awards this drink has received is insane.
See, I haven't seen the list of awards. I'm intrigued to see where we are with this.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's got plenty.
There's a lot of writing on the back.
Do you? I'm not reading that. That's a freaking Harry Potter novel, mate.
Harry Potter and the Buffalo Trace.
I'd read that. Okay, can we read it now? Are we still cancelling J.K. Rowling?
The ancient paths of countless buffalo led America westward. Legendary explorers, pioneers, and settlers alike followed these trails, known as traces, through rugged wilderness to new lands, new adventures, and newfound freedom. Freedom!
What?
They may take our... Oh, wait, no, hang on, that's Scotland.
Did he lose his head? We should have done that to them.
One such trace, called the Great Buffalo Trace, crossed the Kentucky River at a spot just north of present-day Frankfort.
To
That's
north?
Frankfort, not Frankfurt.
To
Yeah,
north.
To north, yeah.
To north.
Early pioneers settled here in 1775 and, with plentiful pure limestone water and rich river bottom loam,
Thank fuck it
for
says that. Not
growing
loom.
exceptional grains, distillation quickly followed. With an unparalleled reputation for creating outstanding bourbon whiskey, the Buffalo Trace Distillery today stands as one of America's oldest distilling sites.
Okay.
The bold heritage of the mighty buffalo and the individuality and pioneering spirit of those early Americans are again found in Buffalo Trace Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, the very finest bourbon created at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. So apparently this is their finest bourbon.
Okay.
Traditionally handcrafted, Buffalo Trace has a smooth, confident taste that invites discovery with every sip. Explore Buffalo Trace and taste the spirit of legends. 70 cl, 40% volume, with a buffalo on the front, because obviously.
Obviously.
Oh dear, Leona has an opinion. The fact she's holding it suggests it's bad. Oh, Mega's doing tech again.
I'm trying to get the donation thing to show in case anyone does.
Fair.
Okay. I'll pull up the tasting notes in a moment. Let's get an initial smell.
A wee snifter.
It smells like the Boulier.
It does. Well,
But
maybe
it's-
slightly more citrus.
Yeah, bit more on the sharp side, but not bad.
Mega's removing the Jack Daniels from our eyeline.
That's right, I'll replace it with something better looking.
I'm intrigued. It's an empty. We've replaced an empty Jack Daniels with an empty Jack Daniels, but this one is the single barrel select.
Yeah, I bought the gift
It's,
set so I could
nice
get the
little,
sample one, didn't I?
Yeah.
And the Gentleman Jack is already in the bottle. It's down there somewhere. It fell behind my cabinet, though. Okay.
I have another ad.
Hung, drawn, and quartered. That's very true. Some of the distilleries in America, they look amazing. I've seen the Angel's Envy one recently. I've got an ad now as well, actually. I'm a fucking member.
Oh, the irony of the person whose channel it is has got an ad.
Not just that. I'm on my main account.
You're on your
this
main
channel.
account as a member.
As a
And
member.
you've still got an ad.
Don't
you-
try me.
Good luck, everyone on YouTube.
Don't do me dirty like that. We've been looking. We haven't done a stream like this in 2 months. We wanted to do this. We're excitables. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we've passed the Jack Daniels phase. We are keen to.
There it is. Buffalo Trace.
That's a lot of shiny.
Winner of 6 Spirit Awards. All gold.
Well, all 5 are on the screen.
There's a 6th and it's gold as well.
Okay.
I couldn't fit it in the script without shrinking that down.
That's quite impressive. That's a lot of shiny. Then.
Yes. They won the gold for premium bourbon at the American Whiskey Masters. Gold for straight bourbon 10-year-olds and under at the International Spirits Challenge. That's 2019, the previous 2020. In 2019, it also won the American Whiskey Masters Bourbon for Premium, so it won it 2 years in a row. No age statement in 2018. It basically won the same feckin' award for 4 consecutive years.
That's pretty damn impressive.
For 4 years, Buffalo Trace was number 1.
Yeah.
We are number 1. Hey. You know the Robbie Rotten song, you'll love it. Yeah, no, this is bonkers. It doesn't. Weird thing is, a lot of distilleries like to brag about their wins.
Yeah.
This isn't on the bottle.
It's not, no. A lot of them put like multi-gold award winning or whatever.
They put Spirit Award things on there, and this hasn't got it.
World Whisky of the Year.
Although a lot of the American ones don't generally brag. They don't. They just...
Which is weird for a country that prides itself on being the greatest country in the world.
In case you don't speak English, bride means pride in this instance. By the way, I just realised we were talking about how Bushmills does a great cork pop.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we please compare the Bushmills Prohibition just for a second? Because I want to see if I did pop it to smell it. I want to know whether or not it has the whelm. It's the bottle stem.
That slid out way too easily.
It's very different. Also, the cork's wetter. Look at the cork.
Yeah, get a bit more pull on it goes, but yes.
Yeah, it's a different stem, but it's nice. To whoever supported the channel, thank you very much. I do apologise I can't thank you publicly. The alerts aren't working. I did get the email just on my phone though, and I do see the bar went up a little bit, which means Dave's very happy because he gets close to buying one full bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, you have to show me how to break my tin open. So I can, is it reusable if we break it open, or have I got to save it till January?
Use it now and get my pound left like £1. I can buy one tomorrow if you need. Should we have a little taste?
I think we should. Yes, let us taste the gold medalist.
The best bourbon in the world 4 years in a row.
But is this like saying it's the best NFL team, the best American football team in the world when only one country plays? Oh, hello. Meg's making a face. It's a face I don't see very often.
Sip yours first. I don't know. I think I made a mistake. Pour me another one, please.
Do you think you didn't drink the water? See, that's worrying. Because I know I did drink my water. And I think I'm thinking the same thing of you.
Alright, well,
That's very watery.
I'm going to just do this.
Oh, Meg's gone for a Meg pour. Oh, he's gone big.
Alright. Better. I didn't drink my water. That is insanely smooth. But with water, I did. I megged it.
It is smooth.
I megged it again.
But I wouldn't necessarily say there was
It's not much
a
complexity.
huge amount. I would say the Boulier was more complex.
Yes.
More going on.
I understand, though, why this is a winner.
Oh, it's so easy to drink, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No one is going to... I don't think that anyone, if you pulled this out, would struggle to drink this.
Agreed. And Elena, I'm glad you like this. I think it's fantastic. It's one of those ones where I think this falls into that bracket of... and it was Elena that donated. Thank you, Elena.
Thank you very much, Elena.
Yes, I had to quickly open... your first name was there. Thank you, Elena, for the donation. David will be receiving half of it. Don't worry, I'm not going to cheat him out of that. That is a promise. I won't. He knows what's there, so it's not a doing dirty thing.
He squints.
New bar bottle. Yes, it is. My bar is... Well, it's not necessarily new. It's the bar now fully decorated. I did this myself over 2 weeks while doing my YouTube videos, and I honestly have never been more proud of something I've done, because I decorated the entire thing. The whole bar, the cabin, it's all done by me, and I'm quite proud of it, really. Did anyone else help me with it, interior? I don't think anyone did. I did the shelves.
Put a shelf somewhere. I mean, you've taken it down since, but I put up a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I think you did help one of these hang it, because I had to have you hold this one so I could put the brackets on.
I organised the cabinet once. Or twice. It's
Right.
reorganised since, but I've reorganised the cabinet.
Well, it might need reorganising again, you never know. It's one of those weird ones. It is very smooth. Very, very smooth.
Well done, Leona, for waiting. It's great to see you have learnt patience. Skill unlocked. Level up.
It's nice overall, but not incredible. Not worth the price. Insanely priced. Okay, so here...
But you did live in the arse end of nowhere, so...
It's not just that, but some states will charge... They do
the
supply and demand
ridiculous
thing.
Import fees
This is 20 quid.
Basically, this is about the same price as Johnny Walker Red.
Tell me what's happening here. Tell them what's happening.
Right, Dave is currently losing an arm wrestling match to the Cork.
Resin.
But what I'm pleased about is Meg also failed and got me to try.
Well, no, I put it on. And it's,
Huzzah!
basically, I put it on and it wouldn't move, and I was like, all right, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing this game because I know what will happen. If I push on that, the bottle's breaking.
Yeah.
I am not playing that game. I don't want to slice my hand up on that.
How did the accident occur? I impaled myself on a bottle of Buffalo Trace. How? I was putting the cork on.
The worst thing is, that's not the first thing I do. First thing I do is get the towels out and make sure it doesn't stain the bar.
First thing I do is take a picture.
Yeah. Let me take a selfie.
Send that to your sisters.
Look what I did. Is he battered?
No. Older sister, you need to drive back to hospital.
I've already cleaned it with alcohol. Get the triple wood out. It's cheap enough.
Yeah. Where's the Johnny Walker Red? That one. Or the other 5CL Jack Daniels.
No, because that means it'll enter my body.
Enter the bloodstream. It gets you faster that way.
Oh god, I'm having that. That'll be over 50 here. Yeah, so it normally sells Buffalo Trace, I think, for about £25 to £30 here.
That's quite a markup. $50 to $20.
Yeah, but that's markup. That's what we expect. I mean, if they sold that in my corner shop, even better at that price with the pound sign on. They got a bottle of Maker's Mark 46 in there for about 65.
Well, they're normally about 40.
Yeah, 40, 45. Yeah. He's marked. To be fair, I think I can get discount on it, but I've got a bottle, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He did actually ask when you're next here, and I was like, I don't think we're buying any more bottles right now. I mean, you've got a decent selection, but don't get too excited here. But yeah, no, the markup in some places, I get it. Morrison's doing an offer on this, the supermarket chain, and I just took it. Basically what happened was I was in Dover trying to get my phone repaired. I had to wait 2 hours while also trading in a Xbox.
2 hours at 3 different repair shops.
That all couldn't work out how to repair a phone. Okay. And I went to Morrison's and bought the bottle. I was like, feck this, I'm having it. It came with 1,000 points. I thought, all right, then I'll have that. I have to set up an account quick, though.
Yeah.
I bought it for 20 quid, spent about £200 on things I didn't need, and came back and sulked. With new swag and a bottle of Buffalo Trace, which, I mean, I understand why it's won.
Yeah.
I get it, but because of our enjoyment of more complex flavours, I think, I can understand why it's so popular and why it's won the award. Oh, no.
Laptop's still powered. It's not gone to battery mode and gone to power saving.
Hotspot, right, hotspot's on. Give me a second. Right, this one. Where is it? If we're still here, guys, do forgive me for a second. I'm just making sure we have internet access. Android connected. We're fine. Right. Sorry if you got any buffering there, guys. Dave will. Yeah. I do apologise. We've had horrendous internet problems here, and this is giving me rather nasty anxiety. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I suppose at least this is the Wi-Fi, not the hard line. The hard line hasn't given you this problem.
Yes. If it gets too bad, we will have to relocate into my office and use the hard line. We'll have no choice. But it will be a ball ache to set up because this was a 15-minute job to move everything in place. Shall we talk?
Sorry to disappoint you, MP. You're not that special.
They had a rep up here a couple months back. Buffalo Trace and Pappy Van Winkle. Van Winkle, isn't that the guy who played Fonzie?
I've heard of Pappy Van Winkle. I don't know what it is, but obviously
I don't know. It might be an amalgamation of freaking Ghost Singer and Winkler from freaking Happy Days. Shall we do the tasting notes? It says here on the nose. So have a sniff, Dave. Spicy and sweet with caramel, creamy toffee eclairs, hints of cinnamon, rum, spice, and cereal sweetness. That's a lot of going on.
That's a lot going on, and I can't get most of that.
Wrong glass.
If I'm honest. True, but still.
If I really bury my nose in there, I get more oakiness.
Funnel.
You've got enough in there for it. Use my one instead. Jeez, Dave's turned it into a breathalyzer.
It's like a nebulizer.
No, it's not that. It's the gas mask. The gas mask from the wars.
During the war.
Oh, when I was a kid, we used to breathe through them thing to the mustard gas.
Yeah,
and then we'd shit ourselves.
Sweetness, yes. The rum, no.
I feel like we have to be a bourbon snob to really get these smells, I think. Because we're in the whiskey. So when we see Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, we are more the whiskey people, not the bourbon people, right? Yeah?
Mm.
So when we're in this weird little position, it's trying to understand what makes a good bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't know what makes a good bourbon.
This, apparently.
Apparently, this is 4 years.
Everyone else is telling us this.
It could have been 5 time and then Spinneroonied, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I say everyone else, other than the owner.
high-end bourbon distilled. Oh, by Buffalo Trace. Oh, Pappy is a Buffalo Trace thing. Fair enough. Okay, I've got a lot more in my glass.
You do. I feel like you're going to have to go for the full Meg test.
Yellow swag then. I'll do it.
Well,
So
I mean, to be fair, there is a heron over there.
Oh, you're right. I made it with my hand. A little
Shadow heron.
shadow heron. Send it.
And that's nice.
I did a full. That's a full shot. I've just done.
You did at least a single.
My
if not
mouth
more.
was full. That's a full shot.
That was nice.
Very sweet.
That's just gone. Whoop.
That is. I now understand.
Yeah. If they're shooting it, I can.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing with bourbon, isn't it? It's a
It
shoot.
probably is. It is a shot, isn't it?
That is a.
We're doing this wrong. We're drinking this out of glasses. We should be shotting it, perhaps. Have we
not
got the
that.
entire principle of the stream wrong?
Can't do that with this stream. We'd be battered before. How are we going to get the bed reinflated?
Be like that scene in The Greatest Showman where there's pouring shots and the bottle around the bar.
I wish I understood that reference. I've not seen it. That Hugh Jackman thing.
Yeah.
I've heard the musical.
Hugh Jackman
The music
and
from
Zac
my
Efron, yeah.
sister used to put it in the car. I've heard that.
Yeah.
Because he's a good singer. No, that's a fantastic.
Surprisingly.
Of the 3 we've done shots of, it has gone up.
I would say, as a drinker,
It's simple enough.
this was second.
Bouillet first.
Bouillet first.
We don't talk about Jack Daniels. It doesn't exist.
No, but
Although
as
I
a shot,
I have put Jack Daniels in my book because I really want one that's so bad it has to be referenced.
the first 0.
It'll be the first half a star at most. You have got to give it something because it does at least create the
I mean,
others.
for popularity,
Happy. We do have the new TRA something like the Heart
Travellers.
Thank you. Made by Buffalo
Buffalo
Trace.
Trace.
I've been able to sell a few people on that one. Oh, fantastic! But I will say, Buffalo Trace Standard as a shot is.
That's elevated itself quite well.
It's got a nice build up. It's nice and smooth. Incredibly flavourful on the shot.
Yeah, it's weird because the less time it's in your mouth, the more flavour you get. The longer it sits there,
So it
the
says
more
here-
it kind of fizzles out.
The sweetness actually is more pronounced here. You've got brown sugar, soft.
Ooh.
Belvolt. Have you tried
Thank you.
Mealy Family? No, I have not. But I will-
Thank you for
I
the
will-
super chat, I believe that is.
If I go, it is a super chat. Now I'll go over here and go over here, and I'll love it and like it. Bosh.
But as he has done that, please do like the stream as well.
Please do. Thank you for the donation. I've not tried that, and sadly, it's not on the list today unless they make one of the ones we are going through tonight. Please let us know. Of course, we will happily try and maybe get a sample in the future.
So I can add that to the wish list.
No, because it won't get open if I get it. Anyway, on the palette it said here brown sugar, toffee apple, sweet oak. There's the super. At least the super chats are showing.
Yeah.
Sweet oak, custard, oily espresso beans, a touch of chocolate covered raisins, and toasty wood. The wood is something I get. Finish good length, sweet spices, cinnamon, gum, and toffee.
I mean,
Or toffee.
yeah, toffee, yes. Cinnamon, maybe not. But
No, it's too smooth for toffee. Cinnamon. It's
Yeah.
too smooth.
But yeah, I'm not sure about the chocolate raisin.
No. It's
But
not got the fruity
It's very,
quality.
very pleasant.
I don't feel chocolate. I feel
I mean, I have some
felt-
batons next door if you want to feel some chocolate.
I feel more brown sugar, like Muscovado
Ooh.
territory. That's what I'm getting.
I used to love that whenever Mum made a cake with brown sugar. I always used to eat. It was a ritual. Mum made a cake and I got to eat a spoonful of brown sugar.
Muscovado? That's good sugar.
I enjoyed that.
Honestly, if I could be asked, I'd put that on my Weetabix. But if you see the amount of sugar I put on my Weetabix,
Yeah, you'd go for a packet a day, wouldn't you?
I'd be blast. People see that and be like, "You made a ridged cake?" No, I'm eating Weetabix.
Just Meg every third day going into Sainsbury's and buying another thing of Muscovado sugar. It's like, did you buy one of these 3 days ago? Yeah. How many cakes did you make? None.
For those who don't know, I for breakfast normally eat 4 Weetabix blocks, and
And the equivalent amount, size-wise, of sugar.
David once saw me doing this, and he said, "You're eating a child's breakfast." Not because of the Weetabix, but because of the amount of sugar I put on it. But I have
There is genuinely less sugar in my cocoa shreddies.
I have one of the best sweet teeth around. I could honestly, I don't get sick from sugar anymore. I've only ever been defeated once, and I learnt my lesson. And I, like Rocky Balboa, I trained. Okay, I prepared. I had all the music in my ears of Rocky's movies, just preparing me to run up that staircase and celebrate with a cream egg.
Oh, was that your cream egg marathon?
No, that was years. That was only that was 2 years ago.
Quite recently, your cream egg marathon, wasn't it?
That was accidental.
How many cream eggs did you eat?
Yes. In one sitting without realising it was 10. By the end of the day, it was 16.
Having some of the white chocolate ones, which had more sugar in than the normal.
Yes. And that was about 10 of them. The rest of them was because I went back to the shop to buy more. and then the guy in the shop, when Easter was over, he went, "You eat these, don't you?" And he poured the entire box into a carry bag and gave it to me. And I went back to the house and went, "Yo, we've well."
Right, so Leona, we don't have snickerdoodles here, so that doesn't help us.
I've heard
and
of snickerdoodles.
Yempi, Meg's attempt to cut carbs is just eat pure sugar.
To be fair, I haven't eaten
And
much.
pure sugar and fibre.
I got, because she's a git. She pointed out when I say I don't eat many carbs, and then she's like, "But you eat Weetabix." I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really debunk my point, but all right. I mean, I ate Weetabix. Yes, there's carbs in that, but beyond that, I don't generally eat much carbs. I'm very weird.
Oh, now you're getting heat from the German. The German's getting angry.
You ate 16 in one day, and yet you never touched the whatever that word
Lebkuchen.
is. I don't speak, loser. Boo, Meg, boo. To be fair, that was 2 years before you sent it, and I did it without even realising. For those who don't get it, I make at the end of every month, beginning of the next month, sorry, I make end-of-year video segments that take about 8 hours to make. They're 45 minutes long, some of them. I sat at my desk all day and didn't move until it was finished. I was in a zone and eating without even... Please put that in there and tell me it's in there at least so I can drink it. Water. And I didn't know I'd done it.
I'll put that away.
And so I ate a lot of cream eggs. I didn't put on any weight doing this, by the way. I'm not exactly skinny, but I'm fairly...
Right.
I'm
Meg,
alright.
chat. Meg has water. Just for reference.
No, I don't.
Meg does not have water.
Dave can attest, I'm not skinny. I'm not fat necessarily, but I do work out a lot, and I
Cuddly. And Meg is triggered.
That could be that double shot of Buffalo Trace. No, I don't generally. I can get away with eating it because that entire day that was the only thing I ate. So it was 16 cream eggs, and when I realised, I was like, I'm going to the gym to do a shitload of cardio. We're on that treadmill.
And then probably to the toilet to do a shit.
No, I was good. I'm very good. I'm okay with sugars, oddly enough. I was on that treadmill for about an hour and a half. I got off and was like, now I can eat a sandwich.
Let's go see if I can get Mum to make some tiffin for the boat.
Oh, get it with Kinder Bueno. Your friend will love that.
Interesting. Yeah.
Your friend will eat.
He will.
He'll eat that. Your friend will eat it. Anyway, if you right, so we didn't do the ratings here. Jack Daniel's number 7. We
minus
rated
400 and...
Yes.
I forgot what I said now.
Yeah, it was quite... It was minus 42.
400 and something
No,
thousand,
let's do 42.
Well, it's the meaning of life.
Exactly.
Everything.
Right,
Yeah.
minus 42, so negative. Anti-life.
Negative life, universe, and
it's
everything.
it's anti-life. What would you rate Bouillet?
That's a good solid, probably 6.5.
Out of 5.
Oh, sorry, out of 5.
So
About
3.
3.
Yeah. What would you rate Buffalo? Because now we know where it's meant to be. It's one of the things where I kind of want to put it just slightly above.
Yeah.
Because it was a better shot.
Until we shot it, it was probably a 2.
It's a 2.5.
Having shot it, it's probably a 4. So
Yeah.
it probably balances out to being about a 3.
I get why it's
But
there now.
it's- yeah.
You know? I get it. I get why it's there, and I think it belongs there. I really enjoyed that. Shall we move on to the next one then, David?
I did not call Meg fat.
Which is...
But then again, everyone is fat compared to me. I'm a stick insect.
He is genuinely so skinny that I could be very body... To be fair, I'm very body conscious anyway.
His 8-year-old niece is fat compared to me because I'm a stick insect. She's a normal-sized human being.
I saw a picture of us both at pre-wedding. We went on top of that tower.
Yeah.
And I realised, technically, you and I are roughly nearly the same height.
Yeah.
My eye line is lower than yours.
Yeah.
Because I've got much bigger body, and shorter legs, and you've got But your eyes start higher.
This is the thing. If we sit down next to each other, you're taller than me.
Yeah. It's really because I've got such a stupidly long body. My legs let me down here. I should be taller than you, you bitch. You won't be able to see the top of my head then. Be great. Yeah, no, it's one of those really weird things. I just realised that, the height displacement. Also, obviously, I've got bigger shoulders, and obviously I'm built a bit differently because I do a lot more manual.
To eat the cream eggs. I can't Meg at them all.
What cream eggs?
Exactly. It's fine. I have hotel chocolat battles.
The only swag in here is the vegan swag that I sometimes slip to my niece because I
have to slip to her as well.
Yeah, it's just that's what I do. Do you really know TX single barrel? TX, what's that, Octane Junkie? If you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, please do clarify because we're not sure.
I've got Jack Daniel's single barrel, but we haven't had that this evening. I don't know if we'll be able to though. It depends. I've got Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. We could always have a glass. If we do well enough at the end, we feel like it. We could have a glass of that. Anyway, yeah. I put the next bottle on the screen. It is Eagle Rare. It is the only age statement. Eagle. Sorry. Scrubs reference for those who don't know. It is the only age statement we have here tonight, and this is the one I'm most looking forward to because I bought this because of how highly regarded it is. And because of how cool the bottle looks.
It's Penderyn-esque in its svelte height.
But mostly the word eagle.
And eagle. And there's an eagle on it as well, swooping.
In for the kill.
It is. Its claws are out. It is going for the fish.
It is a...
fish!
90... Fish! Today's special is...
advert.
What? Yes.
Another advert.
Oh, I got one as well, look.
I've got 2 ads.
Bitch, I'm a member. Anyway... it is 90 proof, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It looks nice. It's got a nice dark colour. Yeah. The bottle looks like a nice wine bottle in the OG style for Penderyn, as Dave has referenced. On the back it says some rather pretentious crap, which I'm going to read.
Settle in, folks.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The cornerstones of the birth of a nation. Epitomized by the American bald eagle, ironically named. That nation has come to represent the freedom, spirit, and independence of the individual, giving the world products and innovative... I don't give a shit anymore. I can't be arsed. It's too long. It's buried in.
Megan's now going to attempt to unravel the Eagle Rare from its
I'm going to go the wrong way because
casing.
I can't get the bit that you meant to get. I'm going to go the other way. Oh, come on.
But yes, no, Yempi, fattening me up doesn't happen. I can eat like half a tomahawk and I don't gain any weight. I once went on holiday all-inclusive and ate a lot. Like, I was having 3 or 4 helpings for dinner and I lost weight. Weight. I'm basically fixed at this weight and I'm not going to get any fatter.
Whereas if I ate, when I went to Dave's last year for 2 days, 2 nights, 3 days, I put on 7 pounds. I did that in such a short space of time. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but you were eating for 2 because you were also eating what I couldn't. No, actually, that was 2 years ago you were doing that.
Last year was the boat trip.
Last year was just the boat trip. Yeah, that was that burger.
That's a fairly heavy metal foil, by the way. There's a bit of weight to that.
Well, it is. That's quite thick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Substantial.
Well, you are the barman, and that looks like a cork. So by all means, open that bottle, David.
Okay, I wish you could see the look on Meg's face when he's turned around and seen that the bottle is open and he's just like, the fuck? When did you do that?
I was rubbing my nose and I heard a weird scratch sound that lacked in all well.
Well not found.
Not found. Error 404.
Error 404. Well not available. Yeah, it's like your internet connection upstairs. Well not available.
I've got more cork
Check
pop.
your well connections.
No. I got more cork pop from a screw top.
The Daz won't drop it.
Oh.
I think it's the worst one we've ever done.
That might be pretty. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
It's setting itself a low benchmark, isn't it?
Oh, don't.
There's no pop.
Don't. I paid for you. Please don't let me down. You're the only age statement. You can't brag about being 10 years old.
Right. I'm moistening the cork. It's upside down.
He is not licking it.
No, it's upside down.
Please do not let me down because you are 10 years old. You're the only age statement here. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you.
It saved itself after a good soaking upside down for 10 seconds.
I almost cried, David. I was tempted to get the Rioja bottle and just be like, just the thing on the cheek go.
It was the fact I had it out in my hand and he just turned around and was like,
yeah.
You could see his eyes moving the bottle of the cork and going,
It's sus, though. That's sus. The one is really popular with our customers. Oh, is it? Oh, fantastic.
Oh, I've lost my chat again.
That's all right. It's really popular with customers. That's what I want to hear.
I like the colour of it.
Yeah, it's got a lovely, rich colour, hasn't it?
So
I held it because I wasn't sure if it'd be all right. It's not obviously we're doing singles because of the
Well, because of the volume we're having, and also because of the fact we officially opened the bar this evening.
Yes, we did. For those who don't know, this bar is called the Marbury Bar.
With Sign, who's like we've forgotten to tell. Oof, that's quite bright. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Jesus Christ!
We're safe.
Oh, you know what that was? I just changed the batteries.
Meg and David have been blinded by a bar sign.
Yeah, so the bar's named the Marbury Bar after one of our favouriteest of peoples in the whole. By the way, I'm getting YouTube clips of the West Wing. Lord John Marbury. What's his full title? Earl of Croy.
Earl of Croy, Baronet of Bricey, Duke of something and something.
Ambassador to the United...
Her Majesty's Ambassador to these United States.
Yes.
But you can call me John.
But we named him... yes, you can call him John. He likes himself an Islay single malt, even though it's Isla, called Lagavulin 16, and we had a glass of it about half an hour before we started because when I suggested doing it earlier, David was busy watching telly with my nieces.
But most importantly, Brendan McGann cannot come to the White House.
Terrorist the terrorist.
Even if he sings Danny Boy.
Yeah. Basically, yes.
Sorry, yes. Please do go and watch the West Wing episodes with Lord John Marbury, and they are hilarious.
That's why
brilliant.
I had the idea to name it the Marbury Bar, and Dave agreed, and I was like, fantastic. So it was just an idea I had, and I thought it was a great idea. And I'm not really a good implementer of ideas, but an ideas person I apparently am quite good at. Anyway, shall we have a sniff, David?
We shall. I'm just rebooting YouTube.
Oh,
just in case the owner is trying to insult us again.
There's a lot more going on with this one. There's a lot more going on. You might find some whelm in this.
I don't have a bloody advert.
Sorry, buddy, but I want to get money out of you guys. This has a lot of. It's like I'm sorry, but I don't have many whiskies that dark. I'm looking right now, like just for the comparison for those who are on YouTube.
Where's the milk and honey?
In my office. But look at the colour of the Quinta Ruben port cask.
That's pretty similar.
Yeah, but I'm going to get something. I'm not going to get that one. It's too dark. I'm going to get something that's dark and available. Please.
That's a reference. It's going to be taken the wrong way on YouTube.
Yes.
You mean a whiskey, folks? Before we get.
No, I don't. I totally do not. I mean something completely sexual.
The English is coming out again. I feel like Meg's got a favourite here.
Hold up the Eagle Rare next to it.
The Eagle Rare is darker.
Yeah, and this is cast
that way. Because I'm getting the reflection of no, that's about the same. I got the black label, which made it look darker on the back.
I still think that's a little bit darker. The Kentucky Straight Eagle Rare 10-year-old. Have a smell, David. Tell everyone what you think.
I thought this was a bourbon stream.
Sorry?
I thought this was a bourbon stream.
Right.
Why have you got whiskey in here?
There's a lot more going on with this, isn't there?
That does smell like a single malt.
It's got a lovely fruit to it.
Yeah, there's fruitiness, there's a sweetness.
Oh, I do like this already.
Yeah.
I'm a lot happier now after the Cork scare, Corkgate scandal.
Yeah, Corkgate.
Corkgate scandal.
2024,
Yeah. Please, if we can have hashtag Corkgate in the chat, I'd greatly appreciate it. I'll pull up the tasting notes for those who are interested. Eagle Rare is also a winner of awards. It's a Master Award for Bourbon Super Premium in 2020. It won the International Spirits Challenge, American Whisky in 2017. Bourbon in 2013, it won a trophy for International Wine and Spirits Competition. Gold Outstanding in 2013. 2019, Bourbon Super Premium American Whisky Masters. It has 9 Spirit Awards. But I separated this from Buffalo because this one has silvers as well to its name, whereas
Okay.
Buffalo is
Only
straight
has
golds. They have the same number of golds, but Buffalo Trace is cheaper. It's popular for a reason for sure. I couldn't agree more.
TX's Texas Bourbon Whiskey single barrel is 116 to 126 proof.
Ooh.
Interesting. The MP, we're glad your vacation was good. All inclusive is always a win, and you lost weight. Excellent.
That's
Well done.
great because being German, you need to.
Yeah.
But losing German baggage is not as easy as it sounds.
No, the Germans aren't very good at losing baggage.
That's why they always still vote left. Anyway, shall we have a little taste of this?
Yeah, I think we should.
Actually, no. Tasting notes. The nose. Toasted oak gives way to flamed orange peel and maple syrup. So,
Sweet and fruity.
a little bit woody. I kind of agree.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go. Oh, you motherfucker!
Mine.
Oh, such a dickhead, man. Such a dick. Context: David just licked my shaft. What? He licked my 10-year-old.
Wait, what?
No, he licked my Eagle Rare bottle.
Cancelled.
He licked the bottle of Eagle Rare. He agrees. We agree.
It's good.
That's really good.
We are now into whiskey territory.
However, this does afford us an opportunity.
Uh-oh. I sense science on the horizon.
There is science on the horizon, and you're going to love this science.
Do I need the safety goggles?
No. But you need 10 seconds of your mouth.
Oh, yes, this is the first one we can.
one.
First and only time tonight we can do a time
So
test.
we will in a minute do a time test. For those who don't know, for every year of maturation, the glass, the dram, whatever you have in your mouth of that drink stays in your mouth, and you get to work it around your tongue and work out the flavours and enjoy it. This is 10 years old, which means we finally get to test an American whiskey or bourbon, although I would argue this is almost as close to whiskey as it could get.
I was going to say, yeah.
This is Maker's Mark territory for me.
We are pushing on. We have, I think, well, other than the Woodfords, which we don't know, we know that Maker's Mark we would drink because it is very close to a whiskey.
Yeah. I
think, is in that territory, isn't it?
It's definitely up there. I might even say it's better than the Makers. I'm not sure yet.
I think you would be hard pushed if you gave this to someone and just told them it was whiskey.
Yeah.
I think you'd be hard pushed to know that it wasn't.
Just from the instantaneous, the complexity on the flavour. You could tell the smoothness was there. This is refined.
Yeah.
Straight up, it's refined. The Cork Gate scandal, thankfully, didn't catch too much steam. Didn't get too...
there was no momentum there.
To be fair, there was with Buffalo as well. It did us dirty.
Yeah.
Eagle decided to go, hold my beer.
I could do worse than this.
hold my Kentucky straight.
But Eagle had something in the back pocket to
it had some extra Eagle
come out swinging afterwards.
Yes. Okay, so do you want to do 10 seconds?
Yes, I do.
Very well. Go on then, David. Get it in there and tell me when. All right. Timer is working for 10 seconds. Hopefully by the end, David will have a suitable enough to work out whether or not he thinks this is whiskey territory and time.
That is worth a better cork.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I've got a whole selection up there.
There's a good tingle on the tongue.
I'll tell you what. I'll do it as well.
All
right.
So Mega's now doing the 10 seconds as well, so we'll see what he comes up with. But I'm impressed with that, to be honest. That was really good. 9 and 10.
That is incredibly sweet.
That's lovely.
That is actually... I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so glad that's good.
That cork thing is almost brilliant now, because it was like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Yeah, that's the bottle trolling us.
Yeah.
And then the bottle, you drink it and you're like...
That is like the Chandler Bing of... It's like all ones and then suddenly there's a 7.
I was about to say, that is basically the moment it touched my tongue.
7.
Oh.
Just because she's in the chat.
We're great at burning. No, yeah, so true. I like better than BT here. It's cheaper. BT.
Buffalo Trace.
Oh, thank God for that, because I thought you were referring to my...
I was going to say, let's not bring Meg's internet into this.
Please don't bring my internet. I'm still triggered by
This is definitely better than BT, yes, you're right. It provides far better clarity of signal.
Yes.
Once you get the cork out, anyway.
Please don't. Oh, my watch died.
No, F.
So I'll charge it when I get back to the house
Mine
later.
did not.
I think mine was. It's
I
fine.
charged mine
I just
before
got
I
the other
left,
on my phone. It's fine. Anyway, no, this is delicious. And on the finish, vanilla oak spice, a little bit of old leather.
Oak spice, yes.
Yeah. I mean, definitely smooth. So vanilla.
What's the palate?
Honey, butter, bread, oily walnuts, and a touch of red fruit. So the red fruit is where it is at.
Yeah, the fruit nuttiness, yeah.
Yeah, honey, yeah.
Honey for smooth, yeah.
Sweet as well. Incredibly rich
Yeah.
sweetness. And I'm just going to say now, if you're a American bourbon company, this is where your standard should be.
So do we think then this is because they've made a good whiskey or bourbon, or do we think it's because it's 10 years old? Is it because the rest are just shoved out at 3 years old?
I kind of want to posit a test.
Do they do a non-age statement? Okay.
But I want to posit a small test. And I don't mean a full test, I mean a small test. I want to compare it to a 10-year-old whiskey.
Right, that's going to be a challenge because about 20 other things lying
I'm
around
thinking
here.
of two, but I want to pick one of them and you do the other one.
Okay. You're looking at Morangi 10, aren't you? Bushmills 10.
Yeah. Because they're the two best 10-year-old whiskies I can think of off the top of my head.
Mm.
And I'm thinking not even a full shot, just a dribble in a shot glass of each. I do one, you do the other.
What else do we have lying around? Really rivals.
Behind the bar, I don't think there's anything against 10. Beyond that, I really... Maybe Ardbeg 10?
Jura. You've got Jura 10. Lefroy 10 is the wrong sort of thing.
So's Jura.
Yeah.
No Isla's. I think that Morangi and...
I mean, Jura 10 isn't... Well,
Nah, Jura 10
is
doesn't...
Jura 10,
nah.
isn't it? So,
I think it's Morangi and I think it's Bushmills. I think that's the best way to test this. I think if you're going to find out where the Eagle Moss stacks up, you've got to compare it to something equal in value. And I think the nearest is...
What's the classic laddie? Is that 10?
Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
Non-age statement, isn't it?
It is, I think.
It's a non-peated either. We'd need something near the 45% mark as well. Morangi's the nearest, I think, at 43, isn't it? 40. No, it's my mistake.
Yeah, that's no age statement. I thought that classic laddie was a 10.
No, I think Morangi and Bush... I think if you do it... I think Morangi and Bushmills are the best two
Morangi and
comparisons.
Bushmills certainly aren't bad options, are they?
I think they're the best two.
Bushmills.
And I think we just get a shot glass and just do a little tiny dribble. Have a little sip of this first, and then just have a little sip of the
that
other.
was my knees. I need some WD-40.
I think it's a good test, because I'm actually kind of curious here. Where are you going? Oh, you're looking in the... You might have to look through the back, because there's a fair bit in there.
Downward 10, is there?
No, sadly not, and that would be a benchmark way above. 12s are the majority. They do, yes. There's no 10s in there, I don't think.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, it's not many. You haven't really got many 10-year-old whiskies on here.
I don't know. I can't think.
Yeah, I think probably you're. Yeah.
What about the Ben Nevis? Oh, that's 8, isn't it?
Where's that?
Third shelf, left side, behind the Angel's Envy. Behind the Bushmills. That's an 8 or 7, isn't it?
It's 8.
My mistake. There's no other then. Very well. David and I are going to do a little test, and I think the best way to do it is to get a little sip of the Eagle Rare first, and then shortly after, have a little sip of the Bushmills or the Glenmorangie. I'll do one, he does the other. It won't be a full shot, barely a single. Yeah? You okay with that? Oh! Well, it's been a while. Ah, right, yes,
So,
okay.
I'm going to make it kind of fair because I'm going to shuffle the corks and get Meg to pick
Usually I do this and you get the good
so
one.
that we can see who gets what.
I don't really mind which one it is. I'm going to go left.
You, sir, have the Morangi.
Sweet. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. To be honest, I don't consider either a bad one.
No.
Just take a dribble in a shot glass each and go from there. Seems like a fair test, doesn't it? Well, we'll have a... You pour those. I'll do mine. Okay.
I like that. Dribble. I've gone for a dribble. Meg's gone for half a shot.
It's nearly a full bottle. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's too heavy. I'm not strong enough these days. Oh, I'll do that. Yes, do forgive me. I'll put that back in the box on the shelf.
We do have a Lefroy 10, but that would be a bit of an unfair comparison because that's an Isla.
So with the Ardbeg or the Jura or any other 10,
I was going to, yeah, see, if that was the original Jura, then that would be better. But
bourbon cask then.
yeah, but the new, well, I think this one is still bourbon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, but the nearest to the OG bourbon, OG Jura is the bourbon.
Yeah, American white. I mean, this is American white oak bourbon,
It's not good.
but
know that.
also sherry. But we know it's
Yeah.
not as good as the original, which was better.
Oh, and hello,
would have been
Bri,
closer.
again. Sorry, I didn't. You were still here.
Hi, Bri.
Seen reviews. Eagle Rare 10. Yeah, everyone seems to enjoy it. Understandably, I will admit I have been converted. This one is a banger. We'll have another little sip of this, and then I'll take.
Right, so we have Eagle Rare followed by.
Okay, it's lovely. Plenty to work with. It's got a nice complexity to it. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll do this one. I'm about to say something that might be considered unpopular. I prefer the Eagle Rare in this one. Backs against the wall. You look like someone's about to spray it over you or something. No, I think the Eagle Rare's got more going on than that.
I drank from there.
Where?
I drank from there.
There, yeah.
That Bushmills Eagle
Yeah,
Rare.
I'm going to agree with that because Bushmills has never done me wrong.
No,
Ever.
but that's close.
For those who don't know what Dave's pointing at, he's pointing at the Eagle Rare. Morangi comes third, but I think comes third because it's just not. It's you can't go wrong with Morangi 10. Don't get me wrong. It's just not as good.
No,
Simple as that.
Eagle Rare has just beaten
Scotch.
what we would consider a like a basic whiskey that everyone should drink.
Yeah.
Could drink.
Yeah.
Should probably be in everyone's collection as a nice drink of whiskey.
It's the one you pull out with the casuals.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can, and I will know. It's interesting in my collection of Glenmorangis. It's the only one that's the old bottle design because it's my very first birthday whiskey. I'll never replace it.
Yeah, I've still got the old bottle I top up.
But all my other ones are new bottles. Whereas the reason I have that one in its old design is because it's the first one. The very first bottle I bought as a birthday whiskey. And I didn't like it at first. I really didn't. I regretted the idea of doing birthday whiskies when I bought Glenfiddich afterwards. And then I did Talisker. And obviously I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
And you got me Johnny Walker Double Black. And we're like, oh, we're off to the races now. Let's have a go.
Yeah. Meg went from no black to double black.
Well, once you go black, you never go back.
No, that is something else in terms of bourbon. That's a very high standard.
It is a very... Well, it looks a high standard as well. Look at the
It
colour.
looks the part, doesn't it?
It
The bottle
delivers.
design, the colour of the whiskey.
It delivers. And
I do like a bottle with a nice thick base
what I
as well.
say.
I like the design of that.
for those that don't know, bottles with a thinner base, you worry you're going to damage them when you put them down. Johnny Walker will do a nice thick
There's a bit
base.
of heft to that. Like Penderyn as well.
Yeah,
Penderyn
Penderyn,
got like an
yeah.
inch thick base on the bottle.
If their bases were a bit wider, I'd be more in favour of them, but their bases on those bottles are quite thin. That worries me from time to time. Okay, so we should do the one thing we probably don't want to do, but we have to do, because we've got 2 more to do.
Yes, Lefroy is God tier.
For Pete.
Yes, but not in this instance.
Not for
Lefroy
smoke,
would ruin
then.
everything.
Not for smoke.
No.
That's Lagavulin.
Yes.
Oh, I do have another 10.
Oh. Ooh.
There is a 10 that could compete, actually. And I think actually does supersede Eagle Rare by a margin.
Is that the one I think it is? Talisker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's a different type of... The thing is, it's a completely different flavour profile.
Very
isn't it?
true. But I will say, Ireland and...
If we stack that, to be fair, I think the problem is what you're looking at there is Formula 2 against Formula 1.
If we... for this to make sense,
And Lefroy,
if you compare an Isla or an Island 10-year-old whiskey with that of a Speyside, Highland, Lowland,
or maybe
Campbelltown...
Formula 1 and NASCAR.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's better.
Yeah, sure. For Eagle Rare to be NASCAR.
Yeah.
You can't compare them, but the NASCAR can compare to the Highland and the Irish because they're not too dissimilar. And this one has enough complexity that to be fair, what sells me is the colour alone.
Yeah.
because that just tells me there's something else in this.
It's a bottle that's going to look good in your whiskey collection as well. Let's be honest.
Weirdly, it's right at the back.
I would say Bullier and Buffalo Trace, they wouldn't look the part in a whiskey collection, whereas that would.
Yeah. Although I would say that Bullier and Buffalo Trace, for the price, they deliver. This is double the price of what I paid for Buffalo. I don't remember what I paid for Bullier, but Bullier doesn't sell for much.
No.
Anyway, let's send it and move on, yeah?
Yeah. Cheers.
That's the best shot.
It is and it isn't. It's the best shot, but it's also I don't want to shoot it.
Yes, but that's like Lagavulin 16, and we know it's a good shot. That's the best shot because it does provide...
the best whiskey. Or the best whiskey.
I'll even in this instance, it beat a whiskey, therefore I will and it beat a whiskey, not a whiskey, therefore I will allow it.
But it definitely needs a better cork.
Yes, it does, sadly.
So, Eagle Rare, if by some weird miracle you are listening to this, we love your whiskey, put a decent cork in it.
Does it taste like dark whiskey? Elena, I couldn't tell you, actually.
Because it's dark whiskey.
What's a dark whiskey?
Is this like the dark web?
Lafroig will be too peated to compare against none. So that's the point,
Yeah.
Bri, you're quite right. That's what David and I were getting onto, because Talisker has peat in it. Jura does have in some of it as well.
In the 10, yes. The new 10 it does, yeah.
Yeah, so we can't compare them. It's why I mentioned Bushmills and Glenmorangie. Bushmills, Irish, smooth, delectable. Glenmorangie,
ex-bourbon.
Yeah, but Glenmorangie also a solid drinker. You can't go wrong with it. Although it's far too expensive for what you get. I'm trying to think if I have any other 10-year-olds. I can't think off the top of my head. Because I don't have a list of this anymore. I wish I did still have a list.
I have Abelauer 10, but...
That doesn't... Nah.
I'm pretty sure that would beat that.
Fam.
As in the Eagle Rare would beat Abelauer.
I'm sorry. You could have urine stored in a jar for 10 years and it tastes better.
Let me load my whiskey list and have a look.
Right. Next on the list, while David goes through that list, is the one that we know is delicious. We know it is. We know it's a winner. It's a banger. It's delicious. It's fantastic. And in fact, I only bought it for my brother-in-law as a gift because of David.
Glenturret 10. Yeah, it's different category.
Peated.
Yep.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count. It's peated. It's a Highland, but it's peated. I'm sure I have one as well. I just can't think.
I've got very few, to be fair.
10's another one of those weird
numbers. Glengoyne 10, I've had a sample of. Can't remember what that was like.
Got Glengoyne 12. Can we take some out of it? It counts as 10.
Old St Andrews 10.
I have a sample of it.
Here we go. We have an Old St Andrews 10. That's one we both have.
Unless I gave it to my dad.
Octomore 10.3. I guess that doesn't quite count.
Twilight, isn't Twilight peated? Twilight's peated, isn't it?
I'll be honest, I've got Old St Andrews Clubhouse, Fireside Twilight, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, and Clubhouse again, because I've got two
Twilight,
variants.
10-year-old. Anyway, should we just carry on, David?
Yes. Continue on here.
The Eagle Rare needs to go back. Finish your water. Next on the list, for those who are still here, thank you to all those that are still here, is Maker's Mark 46. Now, I first heard of Maker's Mark because of David, on a holiday that I was supposed to be on, that didn't get to go on because I lost my job, so he went with someone else. And I'm very salty to this day. Hello to the person. I know who you are, and you play fantastic bass guitar, and I'm very jealous.
Yes, that was good fun. She was...
shut up.
Very good try.
But David got to try Maker's Mark there, and he liked it. One day I asked for a recommendation for my brother-in-law for Christmas. I bought my brother-in-law the standard version of this because of him. I've had, as a stream whiskey, 3 bottles of that standard bottle, because it came with jumpers, and I went through all 3 bottles on Twitch because it's really good. Those jumpers at Christmas go on my fugglers.
Yep. He has a fuggler army.
A very, very veritable one. They have brought out new ones, and I will admit I want them. Now,
had the signal have been better in the entertainer when I was there shopping for your niece's presents, I would have sent you some pictures of the fugglers as well and be like, Meg, which do you need?
I've seen the fish one. I want it. And the one that looks like it's out of Hellraiser. But anyway, I have 2 bottles behind the bar of Maker's Mark. One is the cask strength standard, which the first time I tried it, it did throw me for 6 because I was like, that's a lot going on because I hadn't had much. I'd had a very mild day. Had a sip of that and was like, no. Bigged it up a bit too much, and Dave was like, what are you talking about? But I also have the 46, which came in a gift box, which I have up on my cabinet, but I don't really use because it doesn't fit behind the bar. But the 46 is nice. We've had a couple of glasses. It just hasn't been touched as much. And I'm kind of excited to have another glass, to be honest.
No, I did enjoy the stand. I mean, that holiday was weird because the first part was in New York and I was drinking
You went
proper
to
whiskey.
Cleveland, didn't you?
Then we went to Cleveland, and we went to some gigs, and the venue just basically the closest thing was Maker's Mark.
So the one thing
So
I
I
like
went from one night having Hibiki 17 to like 2 nights later having Maker's Mark.
There are two versions of this bottle. One is the one I have. The other one is the sort of square standard bottle, which is what the cask strength bottle is.
Which is like the standard.
But also,
standard bottle.
every year the Whisky Shop get a private select batch where they choose the staves. And they apparently in the Whisky Shop in Norwich have it. I kind of
Is
want
it on your list?
It's on my list, yeah. It's the second choice to something else.
Okay.
But I don't think it's there anyway, so I want it. But I don't want it in my collection. I actually want to open it because I want to see what the Whisky Shop have chosen. But at the same time, I'm like, but I kind of want to collect it. But
So,
anyway,
this is the problem I have because I've got that malt lac that was the living cask one.
yeah,
I want to drink it, but I also don't because they aren't going to have it again.
because
It's
you
not
got
going to be the same.
They've still got it in stock.
Have they?
Yeah, you got. I know that because I was looking the other day.
Yeah, because that was really nice.
I was looking at
that
Lock
would be
Finds.
lovely
They've
to
got
drink,
some.
but
They've got some good options.
It won't be the same again when they do another one.
It
So
won't
it's
be true.
like your one. I got when I first got you
Batch
one.
3.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, of all the batches they've released, would you like to guess which one has the lowest ratings?
Batch 3.
Ding, 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 ding. The circle got the square. No, I looked for replacements and the ratings on it were horrendous. And I'm sat there like, I don't mind it though.
No. Well, this is the thing. I tried it.
Yeah.
And that's why I bought it for you because I was like, this is actually pretty good.
It's fine. Batch 4 gets a lot of shit as well. Because what they do is, Lock Find, they do a blend. And what's left over from batch 1 gets mixed with batch 2. What's left over from that then gets batch
It's like
3.
an infinity dram kind
Basically,
of thing.
it's that.
Yeah.
It's exactly that. They enhance the flavour every time, but they change the cask every time. Mine was the first one to be sherry cask. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Apparently it was batch 1 and 2 together with it.
Yeah.
But anyway, 46. The one thing about Maker's Mark that I really like is the wax. It's a one of a kind.
It looks so cool, doesn't it?
It's one of a kind
Wax
as well
sealed.
because they never look the same. It's also got the wax stamp on the front. It's the only one I've got with that on. And also, I believe this one has a resin top, but it's still that corky pop thing, whereas the others are screw tops.
We'll find out in a minute. We'll find out. But yeah,
I see it. So I
it
think
looks
is.
cool with the wax drip and the seal.
It's also, if you look at the Eagle Rare with that, it's very dark as well. But this one is also 94 proof. It's the
To be fair, you've
strongest.
added some darkness to them by having a dark bar.
Shut up.
You've enhanced the colour.
Sorry, do you want me to do that?
Ah!
Hold that to the light. Would David like to pop the potential cork? Oh, and hello, Otaku Gamer Judas. Hope you're well. This is the version I buy when the corporate gods give me a bonus. Oh, do they give you a bonus? Lucky bastard. Oh, is it a screw top?
The wax has come off.
Wait, have you is it a screw top?
I don't know, but the wax has come off.
All right. Do you want me to do it? Do you have the cast strength?
It's coming. It is a cork.
Do you want the cast strength out or something? Ooh!
It just took some force.
Fam, that's never
So
come
much
off.
force, I pulled the wax off the top.
All right, that's very well. There it goes, back on.
Maker's reattached.
I'm very good at reattaching wax strips. Yeah. Giggity. Okay, it's got a decent colour to it. It's nice and rich red almost in colour. Not denying us any whelm.
It certainly beats the Eagle Rare in the cork status.
Try French oak staves. Yeah, so I want Judge Death. That's why I wanted to get it last year and they didn't have it when I went in. But this year, apparently they do have it in the shop. So Dave is going to be going in there at some point at the end of the month, aren't you? In July or June? Did you say you were going to go past?
I've got to go pick my glasses up.
That's
so
it,
yes.
yeah. So you could always have a look and see if it's there. And if it is there, then it goes on my list. Because like, the one guarantee thing I tend to buy in July is the Fazila 2023 or 4?
4, because I got you to 23.
Yeah.
Well, I got you.
Port
I
cask.
acquired and you paid for.
Port cask finish, Bunnahaven. I want the 18, but I won't be upset if it's not there because I can replace it with that. Stave profile 46, it says here. Starts fully matured Maker's Mark. Add 10 seared French oak staves to each barrel. place it in our limestone cellar for an extra aging process. So Maker's Mark are a very unique bourbon in the sense that they build like a blend in the sense of they not how they make it, but they focus on a flavor profile. So their whiskies could be aged bourbons could be aged for years, but it doesn't matter because they base it solely on the flavor profile. But they do have others now that are a bit more unique. But their standard is based on a flavor profile only. And so I'm quite excited about this one because yawn. Tell I'm excited. No, it's delicious, and it's not let us down before, has it? We've had these cast strength one before on a stream, haven't we? Did a cast strength stream on this channel.
We did, yes.
Yeah, one of the earlier episodes we ever did together a couple of years ago now, actually.
Probably is, yeah.
Yeah,
Been doing
cast
this for a while,
strength.
haven't
It was in the. Didn't we do it in the living room
we? Yeah, I think we did.
before this was like a thing?
Yeah.
Because this has become a thing fully this year.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this for a little while because we started in the living room, then we went to your room, where we obviously acquired a bar. Like I said, you.
Happy birthday, Judas. Yes, the bar was a stream goal, but we didn't reach it, so I just went and bought it anyway. And I don't regret it because now that it's done, it feels great.
Pretty awesome.
It is, isn't it? It's not even that big. I showed it to a friend of the family's girlfriend when my sister's birthday was happening.
Yeah.
She came round and she was like, "Oh my god, you got an actual bar." She went behind it and was like, "What you got?" Looking for the AU, and she found the AU and was like, "Can I have some of this? Can I have some of this? Can I have some of this?" I'm like, "All right, that's what you got." Bet. Anyway,
three of the probably 7 bottles that aren't whiskey.
Ones that aren't mostly liqueurs, to be fair. 1 bottle of rum.
Yeah, I've always seen some liqueurs down there.
Yeah, the liqueurs sort of sit in the return of the bar. Did you want to have a sniff, David, and tell me what you thought? After you yawned and made me yawn, you bastard.
Yeah, but you made me yawn.
I'm
on yawn 1, you're on like yawn 4.
Shut up, I always yawn. I don't breathe enough, that's what it is. It's totally that. Okay, not because I woke up at 4 and then at 6. Have I paid you yet?
No, I just woke up. I was like, I can't feel my arm. Oh, pins and needles.
Yes, you sleep weird, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas I got woken up by a cat at 4, and then my guy gives me work at 6 to ask if he paid me. Like, come on, it's 6 in the morning.
Smells fairly similar to the Eagle Rare.
It does. That's what. So we had agreed. Maker's Mark are the nearest we'd ever come across that came to potentially being a whiskey without actually being a whiskey. Eagle Rare has challenged that by saying, "Hold my eagle."
And which we've gone, Eagle!
Basically that. Yeah, I love that Dave's holding his arms up and actually holding
I'm holding the eagle, yeah.
Yeah. He's holding it. Oh.
Hello, dogs.
Oh, God, it's going to be time, isn't it? I've got...
Yes, it is probably plumpy time. Please do bear with us a moment while Meg yeets a plumpy against her will from the room. She is asleep on the sofa. I think she's still asleep, having been picked up.
She is.
She's not woken up yet, and she's been deposited out of the cabin. Plumpy says bye, everyone. She might be awake by the time she hits the grass. It's hard to tell. But yes, it is time for the dogs to go to bed. So she has to leave us. And
she's not happy about this.
No.
Because there was a bingo there, and he was in her way.
Well, it's more the fact she's not happy about this because there is no longer a Meg there.
Well, there's that too.
She is now in the outside world where there is air and water and cold and...
Well, she has been curled up on the couch the entire time.
Yes, she's barely moved.
It's one of the rare moments. Okay, so should we have I'll pull up the tasting notes. Maker's Mark.
She's gone, Leona. Too late.
Give her fuzz for me.
Well, you might be depending on how sensitive the mic is, you might be able to hear sizzle by
Hi, Faye. Hope you're well. It says here, the first line extension to the Maker's Mark range since the 50s, Maker's Mark 46 is essentially the standard expression with added spice. Oof. This bourbon was not intended to compete with core expression. Instead, it's a cousin to it. Well, in this case, because it's American.
I was going to say.
It's inbred.
Love thy neighbour and all that. Yeah.
Love thy father, sister, brother.
Love thy
uncle.
father's sister's brother. Yeah.
Sorry, uncles. Should we have a sniff then?
Grr, the American is getting angry.
Sorry, please dislike the stream because of that. Yeah, it smells like a bit like the Eagle Rare, but not a bit more tart.
Yeah, sharper.
So there's a lot more on the tasting notes for this one, and no awards.
Ooh.
Toffee sweetness and the sawdust from freshly cut wood. Sawdust buggers my nose up. It has a very toasty aroma with sweet spices and deep, thick, all the seas. Caramel. Yes, Eagle Rare is quite nice, Faye. I couldn't agree more. We thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And don't regret trying it, to be
You
honest.
like your whiskey neat? Well, very good for you. We do as well. Yes, whiskey is always better neat, we think. Well, actually, no, tell a lie. Glen, Tale of the Forest.
Oh, what
Glenmorangie?
better? It's
Yeah.
Glenmorangie, Tale of the
Tale of the
Forest.
Forest. That
Yeah.
was, yes, not better neat.
Some require water to unlock its full potential, and we don't like that. You'll never hear us say it again. I'll disavow you like anything, honestly. No, there are some that require a bit of assistance, and I think if they require assistance, generally they're incomplete projects. They're basically Oban Diageo 2023.
Would you like
yes.
to dab on that whiskey?
Dare you dab?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize the other
Yeah,
one.
you have to do the other arm
I
as
didn't
well.
want to punch the other bottle
No,
off my
it's
bar.
both arms, yeah.
Sorry, I'm left-handed.
Yes, you should do it the other way. You'd be dabbing towards the light. Cheers.
Stay hydrated, kids. Nice. Solid.
It is.
But,
I'm sticking with the Eagle.
yeah, I'm with you on that. I still think this is still an absolute contender. You know it is.
Yeah.
It also, I would argue, looks better. I would argue, if this was a proper cork, it'd be better.
Yeah.
To me, presentation-wise.
It is more
than
of a
Eagle.
presentation piece, isn't it?
It's because of the bottle. It just has the look. And you've seen the bottle already, guys. It looks the part. I'll put it back on the screen if you're interested. My mouse has gone to sleep. There you go. It looks great. It's got a nice curve to it. It just looks... The thing is, the standard bottle is kind of shit. The standard one's what the cast strength's in. But it's a
It
solid
looks
drink.
very similar to the Jack Daniels bottle, doesn't it? It's just a square.
Yeah, but longer neck.
Yeah.
But it's short, stout. It's fine. Yeah, it's delicious though. Honestly, it's actually delicious. There you go. Tasting notes are back. Whiskey burbs. I think it's fantastic actually. It says on the palate, creamy and very soft. Then opens up. It in fact explodes with what? Splooge? With spiciness which concentrates on the tip of the tongue. It's on nutmeg, mulled wine spices, allspice, old spice, cinnamon,
Spice.
ginger spice, baby spice, posh spice, scary spice, sporty spice, and also a hint of hot apple juice. Weird. The juice is loose. The beetle juice. And I'll do it again. Wrong tube. You motherfucker. You know that thing wherever I have a drink from a bottle of water, it goes
Yeah.
down the wrong tube? Yeah, that just happened.
Ooh.
That is so uncomfortable. It tasted fine, though. Tip of the tongue, I was trying to get it there.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Not really getting much on there.
No. The finish is also far too long for what it is, so I'm not going to read it. It really is far
Yeah, the
too
finish
long.
is like longer than both the other paragraphs combined, isn't it? Actually.
It's longer than all the other finishes put together. Not even joking. Look at all the other finishes for all the other bottles we've had. It's still, I think it's worth being where I put it, because I put it here because of how highly regarded it. We regard it.
Yeah.
We didn't know with Eagle Rare. I thought with Jack Daniel's Bouillet Buffalo, that was how you start.
Yeah.
And then we insert the Eagle Rare, because that's like, now we're finally separating the peasantry
Yeah.
and the middle class.
Wheat from the chaff or whatever.
Yeah. This is where we now start, we try and up the ante a bit. And this sits there. I wish I'd put this in before, but the Eagle Rare, but at the same time, we didn't know. And I put Woodford's last because of how insanely highly regarded it is. There are a lot of YouTube whiskey, American ones, bourbon, channels, bourbon, not suburban, two separate words, that I follow, and they all rate Double Oak Woodford's really high. They don't rate this high, though, which surprises me, considering I think this is better than a lot of the ones they highly regard.
It's good.
Oh yes, all follow us on the Whiskey Insta. We need likes. Because Dave only gets them. I post shit and they get nothing, and Dave gets it on the most crap pictures ever.
Dave literally puts no effort into a picture and gets like 20 likes. Meg puts like an hour of cleaning and shining and polishing into something and gets like 5.
There are levels of salt that I don't think people can eat because it's just too much. I've cried because of this. Why would you make me weep? In the Bible,
it wasn't me, it was the internet people.
In the Bible, it literally says Jesus wept, and because someone sullied Meg's Instagram, Meg wept.
And Meg is our deity, our Lord and Saviour.
No, Nicolas Cage is, of course.
Oh, yes, true, sorry.
Lord and Saviour.
My bad, yeah.
I think this is delicious. It's very nice. It's really nice. It's a good, solid drink.
Okay, so this is going to be slightly controversial. You know how we often say things grow on us?
This isn't on you.
This is going the other way.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's because of the others, or because perhaps this is the state? Because did you have this, or did you have the other one?
No, I'm sure I had
No, when you went to Cleveland.
Oh, I had the standard when I went to Cleveland, yeah.
Do you think maybe there's too much going on for this one?
I don't know, it's not bad, but I'm not necessarily enjoying it. I don't know why. It's just sitting.
Well, I'll tell you
it
what.
Just feels slightly funny going down.
Then you know what you need to
I don't
do?
know why.
We send it. Get rid of it and move on. It's a good shot.
Actually, that's better.
Yeah. We found that with bourbons, though.
True.
Although I still maintain this is Maker's Mark as a brand do get closer to what whiskey should be for American, but it is still Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It's not a whiskey.
Although, have you noticed how they spell whiskey?
Yes, I did actually. I was going to challenge on this one because I'd love to know how they managed to justify that.
Yeah. So for those of you who can't see it in the chat anywhere, they have spelt whiskey on this without the E.
Carlos, you want to see the bottle? This is the bottle. There you go, buddy. Sorry, Carlos, buddy. Hope you're well, Carlos Castro Joe. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well in all your smexy Portuguese goodness. Old friend of mine, for those who don't know. Carlos and I have known each other since the old anti-SGW Skeptic days, when I used to watch Carlos and his fossil discussions. No lie, he loves museums.
Yeah, he's total.
He also loves his drinks. Yeah, no. We've discovered this with Buffalo Trace as well. Although I think, because I've had a fair few of the standard Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark is a solid drink.
Yeah.
Maker's Mark standard. I don't generally want to buy a bottle of it because, unless they do Christmas jumpers, I'll put it on a Fuggler.
Yeah.
In which case, that bottle's getting sent.
Yep.
I'm seeing that bottle when I see a heron. It's like, okay, well, bet. Let's do it.
Let me just take this jumper off first.
Yeah. Take the jumper off, put it in a safe place, put it on the Fuggler. Get my sister to amend it so it fits on the Fuggler.
Decorated with high-vis neon patches and...
you mean the one that made clothes and a patch and all that? Yes. Earth is going on a mission next month.
Yeah.
Might even go on a boat too.
Yeah, we should bring her.
If I remember to bring him, I'll get him to drive for half an hour.
He can't be any worse than we are.
You mean like the guy who almost... me, that almost kind of got it tangled in a buoy and a bunch of ropes. Yes. No, it can't be worse than that. After I want to get near enough and... Yeah, no. Anyway, have you done your water? We are 2 hours and 23 minutes in. And by the way, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for joining us all. We're going to move on to the last one. This one is not only it's slightly different in design to the standard bottle. It's wider and shorter. It is wood
thick boy.
It's a barrel finish select, double oaked like Tamnavulin, 43.2%.
It's double oaked, not just double oak.
Kentucky straight, because Americans like to say everything, don't they? Finished in second oak barrel. It is Woodford's Reserve. Woodford, the standard is kind of meh. The standard is meh. I've had a bottle of it. It was beyond meh. It was just...
Interestingly, Woodford's is also a Norfolk brewery.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, it was lacking in Whelm. I wasn't impressed. But when I saw loads of YouTube videos on this one, they all said the same thing. This is the best one. And I'm like, all right then. I'll get it. And if it's shit, I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to unsubscribe instantly.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, for reference, if you're a whiskey person on the internet and we have subscribed to you and we are no longer subscribed to you tomorrow, it's because you suck at recommending whiskey.
Yes, well, Eagle Rare, thankfully, was just me desperately wanting to get that because I kept seeing it and I was like, I just like the look of it.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
also, 10-year-old. And I'm
that's
like,
come good, hasn't it? That's
yeah, that's nice.
yeah.
I do kind of want to compare it to something else later, but it depends how we feel. But
I'll be honest, I think that might probably be
might be the limit, but we'll see.
We might be pushing it a
But
bit at that point.
Let's have a crack at this,
Well,
shall we?
I'll let you open it. It is your bottle. It is still plastic sealed.
Jesus, where's the fucking opening? Oh, it's
Dave has seen a challenge and has passed it off to Meg.
appears to be
I was
here.
paying attention.
Wait, oh no. It's there and there. It's like a quarter of the bottle has the popper on it. Oh no, you're a dickhead, bottle. It's fine. I've done it.
Dave assessed the situation and was like, nope.
Right, there you go. You can pop it. That is horrible. For those who don't know, the double dots were, if you go around the neck of the bottle, they were separated by about a quarter of the neck. That is far too far to pull this plastic off without, looking like a twat. Go on. Ooh.
No build up, but satisfying finish. That was literally straight to 7.
That was straight there, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you trying to work out how to pour
I'm
this?
working out which is a better way to pour it given the shape of the bottle.
Who cares? Just pour it.
Oh, I guess it's a good glug.
Glug. Decent glug. It's a fairly rich colour. You noticed? Oh. No, that looks nice. And I'm certainly not going to... it looks nice. It's got a nice... It's not... It might be a challenge of Eagle Rare on colour, but I think Eagle Rare still wins. It's got a nice weight to it.
No, I think this is darker.
Might be.
Yeah.
Get the Eagle Rare.
Turn the Eagle Rare round though, so it's... Yeah, Woodford's is darker. If you haven't got the black label on the back of the Eagle Rare, the Woodford's is darker.
You're right, actually. Yeah, you are.
The black...
Eagle Rare stronger, but the Woodford's is darker.
Yeah.
The double oak really does nice us on that. Okay, that's good news. This is marvellous. Okay. Oh, it smells very... Yeah, that's a good smell. What do you think?
Personally, I like Kentucky Bourbon more than American whiskey, even though there are great American whiskies around. Fair enough, Carlos.
He does know his whiskey, to be fair.
Yeah, I remember. Wasn't he one of the ones that was talking, joined us on the Penderyn stream and was talking about stuff?
He's got some pieces in his collection that are quite mouth-watering. Smells nice.
It's very floral.
Yeah, it is. It's not. To be fair, just because I've realised it,
different.
Dave's not a floral fan. You could tell because I saw the way he pinched his nose, like you crinkled
It's different.
it. Yeah, you're not really a floral person. I think you've developed more into the port stuff of late.
I spent too much time with my mum gardening. It was like flowers.
I grew up on garden nurseries, you peasant. Like, I don't mind it. I will admit, though, it's not something I want in my mouth. I went to the market today and I bought some cake and brought it home for my sister. And they had some cakes that have flowers on it. And the American tourist was saying, oh, eating fuchsia is poisonous. Eating rhubarb is poisonous. Eating these flowers on these cakes are poisonous. And I'm saying, like, I even said to her, bitch, you going to buy it or not? Like, why are you shitting on it? It looks the part. If you don't eat it, you take it off. I'll be honest, though. If someone offers me a cake with a bit of flour on it, I promise you the following happens. Oh, no. Like, shut up.
Cake, it is consumed.
It disappears faster than you could blame.
Yes, much like your sister with the cheesecake. So I've heard.
Yeah. No, not 1, 2. And it was not standard cheesecake.
Sorry, cheesecakes.
Yeah. It wasn't standard. It was cheesecake without the biscuit base, so it's the posher one.
I feel like she was like that episode of Friends.
Thing is,
Joey and Rachel on the floor with forks.
well, it's the posh
Or
cheesecake.
Chandler, Rachel,
It's the
sorry.
posh one.
Joey Jones.
So if you don't have the biscuit base,
Yeah.
it's that.
Ah.
That's really
It
nice.
does have a buttery biscuit base.
No. No, it does not, Chandler, Joey, Rachel. No.
Oh,
it's
this is a
just-
MasterChef joke.
It's just that. I'll be honest, it could be friends, to be fair.
What's his face? Greg Trode, MasterChef show. There's a like whole song.
I haven't watched MasterChef since freaking that posh Lloyd
Grossman.
Grossman. I haven't watched it since then.
The good old days.
His pasta sauces are banging. Does he still look the same?
Yeah.
Carlos, recently I drank a bottle of Tamna Spacer Single Malt Sherry Cask. I've got all of them except for one.
Meg has like literally all of the Tamnas ever made.
Except for one, the Tempranillo.
Yes, because I have that. Well, my dad has that.
No, you fucking don't. And don't forget here, when he goes, I've got it. Not you, me. Don't try and take it out of my inheritance. I've earned this from being nice. Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to be nice?
Yes, I know it is a strain on you. You have to consume the soul of a small child.
I'm not going to read the message, but you were quite polite about my niceness over the years. I don't agree with you in the slightest. I'm a knob. If you're like, actually, you're a lovely guy, really, right? And did I reply? No, I bloody well didn't. You know what I did? You sent that message, and I went, I'm gonna fucking bed. I couldn't be asked. Don't be nice to me. I don't deserve that. The dickhead and far too long. What did you do that for? Oh, you're a tosser.
You said don't be nice to you.
Tip my hat, you cunt.
But this is the captain's hat. How dare you?
Sorry, you meant to be the smiling and angry thing now.
Yeah. For those who haven't seen How I Met Your Mother, you may not get that joke.
This joke doesn't resonate, but I can tell you the bourbon's doing a really good job. Okay, well, I'm going to taste this now. Yeah, it's the for those who didn't get the joke, it's the idea that you can't tell if someone's happy or angry because the way their eyes and their mouth don't seem to work together to form a coherent smile or angry face. So the eyes are angry, the face is smiling. So if you cover half the face, they're happy. You cover the other half, they're furious. That's the joke. Anyway,
if you cover vertically half, they hate that they love something.
Oh yeah. Cheers. Oh, that's a lot fruitier. That's a lot nicer. I like that. That's nice. I should probably pull up tasting notes, actually. Here we go. Oh, well, that actually pretty much explains it then. Fruit, and cloves and cinnamon. Creamy, smooth, vanilla baking spice finish. It is basically... Yeah, no, that is fruit. That is dark fruits. That's cherries.
Right. Glenmorangie, Tale of the Forest... Take note. This is what you're meant to have been.
Don't. It's in its coffin for a reason. For those who don't know, I got given a bottle of Jameson's a couple of years ago for my birthday, with some other bottles, and I chose something else as a birthday with Glenfarclas 105. It came in a wooden gift box. Well, I've reappropriated it for my Tale of the Forest, and basically the Tale of the Forest lives in it as its coffin because it's never coming out to be consumed. I might pull it out for my dad just to see if he'll try it. It's one of those ones that you pull it out and just try and deplete it because it's not worth a cork. It's not worth. I can't be arsed with it.
That was one of the ones we had to water it down to get something out of it.
But when did we water it down?
Off stream.
Yes. Right at the end of the stream, I was like, "Oh, let's do in my bedroom."
Dave took a punt off stream at the end of the stream. I was like, "Oh shit, this is good."
Yeah, and it's so annoying. Like any drink that requires that much effort to unlock its potential, you know what you've bought? Fruit concentrate.
Yeah, it's like that quadruple concentrate squash.
Yeah, it's squash. You've bought squash. Like, bitch, if I wanted to drink squash, I'd buy squash. Not this.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it to be challenged in that way. I'm buying it because I want to enjoy it.
Yeah, this is very berry.
Very, very, very good. Very, very, very good. Yeah. Jinx. No, it's won a couple of awards. It's won a Master Award at the Bourbon Super Premium American Whiskey Masters Award in 2018 and the exact same award in 2017. So it's a double award winning for the same award.
So it retained its award.
Yes. Well, like Buffalo Trace. We did it 4 times in a row, maybe 5. But still, it did it, and I think it's fantastic, actually. It's not bad. It's not too much. Actually, the standard Woodford is by comparison trash. But this one's nice embossing on the bottle as well. The Woodford Reserve logo.
They spelled whiskey correctly for their type of whiskey.
They have, yes, absolutely. It's a nice short, stout, unique bottle. It's got a nice flat, weird cuboid shape to the bottle.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's good.
It stands out a bit because it's not the traditional, I suppose, what you'd call vertical bottle.
Yeah. So, like, I wanted to include Michter's because that's one of the highest regarded, but I couldn't be asked to pay the money. I was like, nah, I can't be asked. I'd rather, but that's a very standard upright bottle. Yeah. Angel's Envy is another different one as well.
Yeah, that's that's an upright, but it's
Slipknot Iowa 9 is rounded, but it's shorter.
Quite short.
Blackened is very different, but it's
being 750 that change, but it's very tall.
It's a cylinder, but with a very abrupt end and then a stem. Tin Cup is very unique. It's hexagonal vertically with a tin cup screwed into the top. And I think that's something that appeals to a lot of people where you want to buy something that stands out. This does stand out, but not for the same reasons. Let's see. Buy 3 Carlos, hope you bought 2 of each, 1 to drink, 1 to display. That's a fair point. Buy 3, third gets sold when the value goes up. So yes, Bry, you're thinking smart. I see your fiscal responsibilities paying off then. You were mentioning it to me on Twitch yesterday or the day before. I can't remember which now. That's
coming
actually
through into the realm of whiskey investment here.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. We didn't rate Maker's Mark.
We didn't know, this is true.
So, do you think it sits above Eagle or below Eagle? Do you think it sits above
Eagle?
Boulier or we didn't?
No, I don't think we rated Eagle, to be fair.
Okay, so we may have to go back quickly and rate them.
Well, I'm going to go for a 4.2 for the Eagle.
Makers, I'm going to give 4.
I would say, probably.
It has to be below because I think the quality really shone in the shot. Eagle Red didn't shine in the shot. No. It shined on the sip.
Yeah, probably a 4, yeah.
I think this might be closer to Makers than Eagle, though. I don't think Woodford's beats Eagle.
Well, we've still got to shot it, but I think we need to drink a little bit more at first. At the minute, it's not quite keeping up, is it?
It's got a lovely, rich, tart, sort of fruity flavour to it, though. I will admit,
I would say, it's certainly above a lot of the others we've had tonight.
What interests me is that I didn't think I'd be able to stand here and say that the complexity of some of these actually does intrigue me.
Yeah. Some of them do rival some of the whiskies we like.
Yeah, that's why I'm sort of like, this is a bit weird to me because I'd expect this from a whiskey, not from this.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Whereas this seems to stack up nicely. It's not disappointing us. And just a thing of interest, the only one we have had tonight that actually has any interesting stories for is Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it's the one we've rated as minus.
It's so embarrassing that that's the only one because the others are better.
So basically what we've established is that Jack Daniels put us off bourbon for so long that we're only now coming to it 15, possibly years later.
12 years, yeah. Still a fair chunk of time, our lives, have been thrown down, have been thrown away and ignored these kind of beverages because
so basically, friend from school, this is all your fault. Not that you're listening because you're on night shift.
That's right, McFife. You take that. How dare you do this to us? It was your fault. You brought the bottle.
Yes.
Your now wife should also divorce her. It's her fault. Said somebody. Who said that?
4 kids, that'd be a lot of alimony.
Might want to not consider a career switch. At least not getting the Jones treatment of your social media is potentially being seized. Unless you're not present, in which case you're fine. That's quite nice. I quite enjoy this. Carlos, wise man. See, Bry's learnt from others who've suggested collecting things. I've tried to make a point with some where, like for the Nika, for example, great example, I have 3 bottles. I won one, I bought one for hitting 100,000, and for Christmas I got one. So I decided when I got my 100k for Christmas, because of Dave, I got the Nika 12 as a gift. So I opened that one. Then I won a bottle and I was like, well then, I'm going to keep 2 of them. David was then like trying to barter with chocolate bars to like get one of the bottles. I'm not even joking. I told him I won the bottle. It was my very first win ever. And he's like, yeah, I'll give you some chocolate. I'll give you more than the ticket value. Like, I'll give you £10 worth of chocolate. And I'm like, bitch, no.
Yeah, Dave was offering Hotel Chocolat swag.
You were offering a chocolate. You were like, I'll give you £10 worth. And I'm like, no, I've won it. I've never won anything before. And I was like, holy crap, I've won. Then not long after, I won the Singleton 21.
You did,
and I was
yeah.
like, and then when I showed you the email, you're like, so you're going to clam this? And I'm like, what? Look at the email. Clam this. Oh my God, it could be a po. It could be a bait.
What was it? Literally said clam.
I printed that email out. It's framed in my room. I kept the bottle arrived in its box, and it was only a month after I bought a bottle of it. I was like, I wish you hadn't done that, because I just bought a bottle. Although, to be fair, it's gone up about in value because the tax is by about 40 quid.
Yeah, well, the tax change has changed.
I'm not complaining, because a lot of whiskey sales investments are removed from capital gains. And I'm like,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If we were to invest in a cask, until you either dye or bottle it,
Yeah.
it's exempt from capital gains.
It is. It is. That's one of the best things about it. I love that.
So you could own a cask for 20 years, sell it as a cask, and you don't have to pay any capital gains on it.
Very true. The spirit said it. Very true, Faye, actually. These are quite nice, actually. I will admit, I was a bit apprehensive with this stream this evening.
Sorry, you're on two.
Sorry?
You're on two.
Oh, sorry, you're not in double digits yet. I was apprehensive because I was worried that Americans would let us down.
I mean, they have done in the past. Look how long it took them into World War II, I mean.
There's only so many times I can blame Jack Daniels. And before anyone else, Jim Beam never featured because we didn't want to go with B-Tech Jack Daniels. No, we didn't go with Jim Beam because I didn't want to acquire a bottle because getting a sample at short notice was impossible. But also, we realised that we weren't sure if this was going to work because we, obviously being more whiskey snobs, boomers, we weren't certain if it could work because of the nature of the drinks. But I'm glad I left the three I left to the end because the three left at the end are more challenging and better.
We've scaled it up.
We found out where their strengths are. Like Maker's Mark 46 is definitely more of a shot. Eagle Rare is all right across the board. Woodford seems all right so far. Bouillet was fine, really. Just yeah. We don't talk about Jack Daniels because it never existed. And what was the other one? Buffalo was a better shot than it was anything else.
Yeah.
But these are fine. I think Dave can agree with that.
Yeah.
Where would you rate? I think this one sits around Maker's Mark territory.
Yeah, I think probably a high freezing, maybe pushing a 4.
I think we'll know for certain when we do a shot.
Yeah.
We do have a little bit of time left. We can do that if need be. We just check my power. I have 9% on the power bank, so we have actually managed to do an entire stream on the smaller power bank.
Excellent. This is good news.
That is good, because that means I can do a full stream on that and not have to drag an 1800 watt freaking power bank in here, as opposed to 600, which is a lot lighter and a better handle.
Faye's from Tennessee, therefore contractually obliged to stand. Yeah. Fair. We'll allow that on the grounds that you're, contractually obliged, otherwise, pain of death and everything.
And Carlos, Jim Beam and Jack Daniels are the same type of liquor.
They are indeed.
Although I will admit, so one evening, the very first time I had Jim Beam.
Although it's Jim Beam, not Bean.
Yes, I had to correct Dave once on that. That was the best day of my life, having to be a pedantic shit to him. So it's like I just took it and went boing whip. So the first time I had Jim Beam wasn't actually the standard. It was the double oak, American oak, or whatever it was. It was lovely. I went and I got my brother-in-law drunk because he made me walk through horrible mud up a hill. My new trainers were ruined to ride down it. And then he told me he'd always wanted to put Carolina Reapers in Tennessee Fire. So while he was having a piss, what do you think I bought?
Yeah.
And 4 months later, he went, "Ooh, this tastes a bit hot." And I think I have it on my personal Instagram. So I'm going to go. I can play the audio from that because it's the funniest.
Left when we go camping.
I don't know, but I've got you doing Steak Bay.
Steak Bay.
Yeah. Oh, here it is.
This is coming.
Several months later.
Brother-in-law, sorry about this. He's just had a sip of it. Give it a second.
He's making
It was at this
faces.
moment that he knew he fucked up.
Wow. That's what I remember.
Give it a second, because I have a sip of it now.
There's Meg literally having a sip of it. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
I may have packed. He went into the bathroom for 10 minutes and he threw up violently, whereas I was sat there in the kitchen with my mouth on fire. But I did that because of him. The second time
Was
I
that
had
the one the nephew had?
yes. No, that was the that was the vodka
okay.
you got him. Remember
Yeah.
the one I told you about?
Oh, yes.
Regret or instant regret or something?
Yeah, instant regret,
The
yeah.
second time I had Jim Beam was the peach liqueur version. And me and friend of the family did a barbecue, and we drank. Basically, brother-in-law said he wanted the bottle, and so friend of the family and I were like, "All right, come." So we did the whole bottle for a bonfire and gave him the empty bottle back, and he's like,
It's
you
not
say-
what I meant, you bastards.
he basically looked at it and went, I mean, I wanted the bottle, but I kind of thought you'd leave me some. And we were like, you may have promised, you should have been more specific. You should have perhaps specified.
Yeah.
But
Detail here is key.
I've never knowingly had the standard Jim Beam.
No,
Ever. I've had the double
I've
oak.
been bought a bottle of it. I don't think I ever opened it.
Yeah, I've had the double, and it's quite nice. It's legit double's fine because it feels like it's a little bit more complex. But to be honest, to me, when you think of bourbon, I think of shots. I think of just you just drink it. You don't really sit there and do whiskey stuff with it. So to me, it's just that's how you treat bourbon.
Yeah.
A few of these this evening have challenged that. I like that.
Yeah.
Semantics, very true, Faye. However, me pranking the feck out of my brother-in-law. By the way, he did not appreciate this prank and rode home with me for an hour. And because he was so grumpy, I bought him a bottle of Tennessee honey from the corner shop just to make him happy again. He claimed he never touched it again. And if you're listening to this, I know you bloody well did, right? Because that bottle was full. It was a litre, okay, of Tennessee Fire with Carolina Reaper in it. He gave it to his friend, who was also named after David, and was his best man at the wedding. And he took it and he took a shot. He did the shot and he went, "Oh, that's hot. That's not even good hot. That's the kind of hot that makes you sick." And then 2 seconds later, bleh. And I had to stop waffle from eating it. I'm like, no, waffle.
Yeah, there's a lot of chunkiness.
Like, I'd spread the love. As it were. But no, he'd suffered. It was brutal. I'll pull this
I
back.
have not had that, to be fair. And I'm quite glad about it.
I won't ever give that to you because, no offense intended, I had to test that before giving it to him. So for months it sat in the corner of my room
Yeah.
under that little table where my fan usually is.
Yeah.
Right? And then I tested it with a friend of the family. He and I both had a glass, and for half an hour he and I were like, "Should we go walk this off?" And I'm like, "Let's walk this off." And I was probably like, I needed to move. For those who don't understand, I was square dancing just then because it was so painful. And I'm like, let's leave. And then when brother-in-law had a sip of it, my sister's holding a camera up to her chest, so it's obvious she's recording him. He knows something's wrong, right? He has a sip, and then I do the glug. No, it's fine. My mouth just goes, "Why'd you have to electric boogaloo us? Why did you have to do that to me? Why?"
It's like, I'm moving out. I'm not part of this anymore.
I got my balls and leave. No, it was I had to go full poker face. It was horrible, but it was so funny as well because he genuinely it hurt him. But I was like, "But it was your idea." So when we rode home and I bought him the honey, I was like, "Do you know where I got that idea from?" And he's like, "Where?" You remember when we went on a bike ride and you drank like Tennessee apple and half a shot? These weird little shot glasses, about half and half.
Yeah.
Tennessee apple, and Jim Beam double oak. Yeah, you told me about this then. He's like, "You motherfucker." I'm like, yeah. So you're angry, but it's your fault.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
I had some of the chili vodka you made at one of the student houses.
Oh, that was a Smirnoff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I had that with a split lip. That was painful. I sat there with housemates, the male that I knew, and obviously the idiot female. That was pain. That hurt every step of the way, but mostly right there. My cut lip did not appreciate that. But I didn't show it. Oh, add again. Yeah, I didn't show it because I didn't want them to think that I was a pussy. Out of curiosity, for those in the chat, if you in any way have ever experienced American whiskey or bourbon, what's your favourite and why? I will stand by. I do believe now I'm happy. Although the cork lacked whelm, the quality of the content of the bottle, Eagle Rare 10-year-old, has impressed me enough to think that's my favourite of the lot. I'm sure Dave agrees.
I think what's interesting is that we're both stood here talking. Neither of us are really drinking the Woodfords.
It's not as impressive. It's good, but it's not. I understand why.
It's just sat here, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're not really drinking it. But the Eagle Rare, yeah.
Oh, we wanted it. Wanted to take
Well, I mean, I licked it because I was like, I want it.
Yeah, you're a dickhead. No, that was delicious. Carlos, you're talking to Faye. My apologies. I will not interfere in your conversation. I've sipped my Woodford, so now you've mentioned it.
Faye says Eagle Rare is her favourite.
Brilliant.
His favourite, I don't know.
I'm gonna hope he, she, it. Thank you, Faye, for choosing Eagle Rare. You picked correctly.
You have chosen wisely.
It's actually the most recent acquisition of the lot. I bought it off. It was the last purchase I ever made off Bottle Club before they cocked up the Rose Isle thing.
Yeah.
That debacle was.
That was spectacular. Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I'm still salty, okay? But yeah, no, Eagle Rare, definitely number one, and Maker's probably number two, but I might put Buffalo up there somewhere as well, now I've said it, because Maker's you are right, Maker's does seem to depreciate weirdly. Very strangely, but its shot value goes right up.
Yeah.
And the same with Buffalo. No real flavour on the palate, but goes right up with the shot. Woodford's, I get the feeling that may be the point with it, because it doesn't have to be. The conversation aspect is quite important, I think, because that does. We just sit here and it's not being touched, but we're talking.
Yeah.
I say we, we, yeah. But it's that thing of maybe that's the point of it, more of a just sit and chat kind of drink.
Yeah.
Whereas
Chill
Eagle
out,
was like
chat and just
Eagle
occasionally have a drink.
Yeah, Eagle was like, yo,
this is a centerpiece. Yeah, we're
go.
about me now.
yeah, I'm the middle child who desperately wants the attention. Or technically in this, it's the oldest child that got all the attention. But in this case, for all the right reasons, as opposed to if you're an oldest child, you'll get this. They got all the attention for all the wrong reasons and basically decided to F off because your family abandoned you. In this case, though, we loved it. It's the only 10-year-old that ever got the love it deserved without... Well, actually, it's the only time that ever got licked by... A 10-year-old got licked by Dave and it wasn't inappropriate. Yes, I can say that this late in the stream, knowing YouTube aren't going to check that part.
Oh, dear.
I have to appeal monetization on this regardless. Anyway, should we get to the end of this?
I feel like, yeah, as a overall summary of the stream as a whole, I think what we have discovered from doing this, bearing in mind we are not bourbon people, is that bourbon does have something to offer.
Yeah, it does.
Some of them can be as good or better than whiskies that we love. Some of them do lack a bit of whelm here and there.
They lack whelm in areas where we would ordinarily focus.
I think our biggest issue is the fact that they brand themselves as some form of whiskey. Yeah. And obviously, we know they're not a whiskey.
Yeah.
But if you put that aside and just drink them as they are a nice drink. I mean, other than obviously Jack Daniels, which, we won't talk about anymore.
The recoil. I'm sorry, Boulier got lower ratings, but Boulier was better on the shot. Boulier was fine.
Yeah.
That was a good sound drink.
But yeah, as a type of drink category, bourbon as a whole, I mean, there's been some very nice ones tonight. We've had, Woodford is good. We're just not really drinking it, but there's nothing wrong with it. Maker's Mark, again, there was nothing wrong with it. It shot well. Eagle Rare obviously set a bar that we weren't expecting.
It set a bar because you could drink it or you could shoot it.
Yeah.
And sipping was lovely.
Yeah. Buffalo Trace we hadn't had. That was a brand new open bottle. And that
to be
was
fair,
quite nice.
Yeah, Buffalo instigated Corkgate.
Yes, we did have some Corkgate tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't condone Corkgate, and of course don't want to repeat of the following hashtag that I'd like you all to type as well. Please fully support Corkgate 1.0. And Eagle decided to up the ante with unnecessary lacking in whelm. But I do think Eagle Red did set a standard. We know Maker's Mark sets a standard on its standard entry.
Yeah.
So it might be that the 46 might not be as good, perhaps.
Or perhaps just not as much to our taste, possibly.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I've had 3 bottles of the standard, so I can go count the Maker's Mark jumpers because I'm pretty sure it's 3.
I probably had 15 to 20 shots of the standard while I was a couple of gigs.
Just one sitting, just like blah, 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 blah.
Well, we went to 3 gigs while we were in Cleveland, and I had 4 or 5 drinks a night.
Such nerds. I would go and count the Maker's Mark jumpers just to be certain. I can't be asked because they're right at the top in the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I even reach that right now? Should we shoot this and find out if it finishes well?
I mean, I feel like that'd be a good finish.
Very well. YOLO swag fan.
YOLO swag fan, people.
Fuck's sake, man. Finishes fine.
There's a tingle.
It really annoys me because that's such a good shot.
That's better on the shot.
It's such a good shot. This is where we now know. This is the problem.
It's warm, smooth, but there's a nice tingle on the tongue.
This is the problem. We do 2 to 3 hour streams, and we sit here and we sip and we swig. We sip and we drink. We sip things, don't we? Then we drink, and then we do time tests. We do tastings. We compare to the notes. We do
chat
all that
nonsense.
But then look at how well some of these have gone down. You realise most of them are better as a shot.
Yeah.
We're not shot people.
No.
And it's not because we're too old. It's just we're not shot people.
What probably would come from that is that my experience of America is that this is a drink you shoot. You don't tend to drink bourbon. You shot it.
I wish they did. Well, to be fair, that's where Eagle Rare seems to... And I'd argue Maker's Mark.
Now, to be fair, I'm not American, but I've been to America on holiday several times in different areas.
Because I'm a peasant, and David never thinks to put me in his luggage.
You're too big for the suitcase.
Shut the fuck up. You're just trying to say I'm fat. You're fat shaming.
You're over 17 kilo lemons.
Hey, look, I can crush
Even
this.
I can't fit in a suitcase.
Yo, I can make it work. I really have to cut, though.
I was in Cars. Maker's Mark may have gone the way of Monkey Shoulder. It used to be better.
So I've heard a rumour that Maker's Mark changed the recipe, but I don't know if that's true. Monkey Shoulder do a solid whiskey, but it's more of a cocktail whiskey. We were drinking Maker's Mark 46. I do have the car strength under the bar, but I don't really want to have another drink.
No, I think we've had... Given we had the
Lagavulin, yeah. We set the standard pretty high with that.
We did, to be fair.
I really want a glass of the Bushmills Prohibition, but I can't do that this evening. I can't do it. So we're going to have to, if we're going to rank these, Eagle Rare comes first.
Yeah.
I think Maker's Mark may come second.
It's Maker's Mark, then Woodford's, but I think
Buffalo ties with it. Or close,
you
very
think,
close.
Joint third for Buffalo?
I think because of the shot quality of that and the shot quality of the Buffalo, yes.
Yeah.
If we base it on whiskey standards, Eagle Rare still sits removed. Maker's Mark, I think, goes back a bit.
Yes,
so the 46 does.
If we just rate it against what we've drunk tonight, ignoring the extra science we did.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we were to think of the whiskey collection, which one or ones fit in the whiskey collection?
Eagle Rare.
It's only Eagle Rare, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only.
It's the only one that we can sit there and go, this betters what we get from a pure whiskey.
I'm part of me starting to wonder, because the amount of standard Maker's Mark I've had, whether the standard is better than the 46.
It's possible.
But then I'm worried, because the 46 is based on a certain stave thing. Yeah. But they're charred staves. You can't taste it.
Yeah.
I'm worried if I do get the private select batch, if it lets me down now.
Could be a short in there somewhere, standard versus 46, Maker's Mark.
God. I'd have to get standard again, though, to do that.
True.
I don't have any standard. What I mean is, compare the 46. I wanted to get the private select batch, number 5 from the whiskey shop. Part of me is worried if I ever did acquire it that it wouldn't live up to the standard.
Yeah.
So would it be a collection piece then because of that worry, or whether it be something I open? Who knows? Yeah. Okay. How long have we been going for?
Pretty much 3 hours.
Oh, we'll go for a little bit longer to get to the 3 hour mark. We don't want to. Oh, we're 30 seconds away, so we'll keep going.
Did he not make it to? No, we've had quite a lot this evening, because we christened the bar with the Lagavulin.
Lord John Marbury,
yes.
Earl of Croy.
It was demanded by his Baronet of Bricey, and
I can never remember that one. I can never remember. Although I was hoping when we did that to do a short and be like, I hereby dub the Marbury Bar in honour of Lord John Marbury, the Earl of Croy, the Baroness of Bryce.
I like the fact that the world is coming. The world is at the brink of coming to an end. It's like, well, thank goodness you sent for me.
If you're a little under the weather and you have some ginger with a bit of whiskey, you could just forego the ginger entirely and just have some whiskey.
Yeah.
That is a paraphrased quote because there's more to it, like tea and other various herbal remedies, and then you just have whiskey and then just say forgo all the others and just have a glass of whiskey. Yes.
I'm sure the prohibition will feature at some point. Meg has enough Bushmills now that we could do a Bushmill stream.
If I can get the 21 in July, that's not on my list, but if I can get a 21, that'd be perfect stream.
Yeah.
Or the 15. You get on Amazon though, but I don't really want to. Beyond July, I have no intention to add more, but a Bushmill stream could be for 2025. Okay, so we've hit the 3 hour mark. Is there anything you'd like to say before we finish?
Well, other than the expected reaction to Jack Daniels, and the fact we need to probably light the ceramic heater.
Move these first then.
Yeah. To be fair, I would say that's been quite enjoyable because we don't drink bourbon.
No, we don't.
We drink a lot of whiskey that is bourbon based.
Bourbon cask finish, yes, absolutely.
But, yeah.
It's fascinating, isn't it? Because what you get from a bourbon cask finish is so different from a bourbon. And these are, except for one, they were all bourbons.
Yeah.
The only one that wasn't was a Tennessee sour mash pile of absolute shit called Jack Daniels No. 7. Only that one. The others are fine.
Oh, ad.
Yay. Chin chin mercenary, absolutely.
But yeah, no, I think it's fair to say that we've probably broadened our horizons a little bit on tonight's stream. We found that there are some American whiskies that are drinkable, that are enjoyable, that do bring something to the party other than just being, Jack Daniel.
There were 4 others in my collection that didn't get touched. Tin Cup, Angel's Envy, Blackened, and Slipknot Iowa 9.
Yeah. So Blackened is obviously something that's brand new. So
yeah, Iowa 9 I've had a glass of before. It's fine. It's great. Angel's Envy is fantastic. Port pipe finish. And
Did you give me a sample of that?
Sorry?
Did you give me a sample of that?
You've had a glass.
Yeah.
You've had a glass. Tin Cup, I've done an entire bottle of. It's a very easy shot. The one thing that separates the reason I didn't do Tin Cup is because I had to choose between that and Bouillet, and I was like, but Bouillet's a birthday whiskey. I can talk about that.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the last bottles I bought when I really couldn't afford to buy anything.
The Canadian whiskey stream is now. It's shit. Go home. Done.
No, it's fine. Let me pour you a glass of Canadian whiskey from my bottle of Canadian whiskey here. There's nothing in there.
To be fair, we do have the Wisers to try, which apparently...
Do you want to drink this or not? There's nothing in there, but do you want it?
No.
Just to make this clear for this joke to really hold, I held up a conical flask, and I have no Canadian. I only have one Canadian whiskey, and it's a collectible piece. I don't have any Canadian whiskey in my collection beyond the one collectible on the collectible shelf that won't be opened.
Yeah, I have the Wisers 18. I have the standard Crown Royal,
which is bullshit.
Yeah,
it's not a good whiskey at all. We will look at the Canadian whiskey, a list of streams for 2025, but we do have a list for this year to work through.
We're still working through the 2024 list.
The next stream will be in about 4 weeks on the 12th of July 2024, and it'll be one of the most dangerous whiskies.
So those of you who've been around for a while who may remember the pre-wedding stream where we were gaming and drinking at the Talisker.
And the Hague Orange, and the Jameson Bunhaven, and the Johnny Walker samples. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, come July, we are going to do the possibly unthinkable and do an entire stream of Talisker. And then get up next day to go on a boat trip.
Early. I beg that they do the driving for the first half of that day.
Well, it's taxi, so yeah, they'll have to drive the boat.
I mean the boats.
Yeah, but all you've got to do is send it, you know.
Fam, there's no version of this where it gets sent straight. If they say send it past them, I can guarantee if it's after a tally stream, they're going to go forward, and I'm going to go
Left or right. Yeah.
pivot. They're going to be like, turn. I'm like, I am.
No, the other left.
Into the boat, right?
We end up in a bush somewhere.
Oh, fam, I'm going to get caught in bollards again.
Yeah, we're going like 20 yards out of the boat rental place in a bush.
Talisker is one of the 2 whiskies I would regard as the most dangerous whiskies to put in front of us. Yeah. Well, definitely both of us. I don't know whether black is the same for you as it is for me, but it's a dangerous whiskey. We've been wanting to do this for a while.
I think Talisker is the one that we both go, oh dear.
You know mischief is about to happen.
Yeah.
But it's going to be Dave's flat, so the audio will be a bit different.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to bring any samples. I think you've got the standard 4.
I've got Sky, Storm,
Standard.
Portree.
Portree was sent by
10.
Ragamuffin.
Yeah.
That was, by the way, Dave got that one, and I was so pissed off because he had to get it, and I was like...
And I think I've still got a couple of samples from one of the...
2023?
The Whisky Club samples.
2023, haven't you?
Possibly, yeah.
Because if you don't, I've got the 20 CL and I can bring it with me.
I've got at least one
check
sample
and
of
let me know,
Talisker.
because I've got the 2023 and I've got 2021, but we're not going to do 2021 because...
Yeah.
No, 2021 is a big no. That's too much smoke.
Yeah. Tomorrow... I am here, but we aren't sure we're going to do a stream of any form, but we may record something, so keep an eye out, because tomorrow we may sit and record something that will be posted on our socials and on our one of our other YouTubes.
Yeah, Not Worth the Cork YouTube channel. It might happen. Lagavulin, because I hit 9 years of YouTube on the main channel, and for that goal, we bought a 9-year-old Lagavulin Game of Thrones House Lannister edition.
We say we bought. You very much
Me
bought.
and my split personality bought Lagavulin 9 to go with my Lagavulin 11, Nick Offerman, a.k.a. Ron Swanson, Caribbean rum cask finish, 11-year-old Lagavulin, and Dave's standard Lagavulin 16 Islay single malt.
Yes, the OG Marbury.
The OG Marbury. The reason this bar is even named the Marbury Bar. But yes.
And I think one of the original birthday whiskies as well, if I'm not mistaken, the 20CL.
I wish it was. I can't be certain. But
because it was super. Yeah, because you brought it to the Super Bowl.
There are genuinely so many gaps in my... There are 2 gaps in my whiskey list. I can't be certain. But if it is that, I hope it is.
Because you had that and I had the swing.
I hope it is that, but I can't guarantee it anymore. I hope it is, because that would make me feel better about leaving Norwich.
I'm sure you had that as a birthday whiskey, because I had the swing, and you had that, and we were drinking that with the Super Bowl.
I hope it is the case. I just can't remember. Because it's the weird thing. There are
what
2
year it was, I don't know.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
There are 2 gaps, and I don't know which one's which. Whether any of the others move up or not, I just don't remember.
It was the first time I was with the ex.
The skank, yeah. It should is a 12. The reason is it's 12 years. That's why I just can't remember. Anyway, we're going to be back here on the 12th of July on this channel anyway. This will be uploaded to Not Worth the Cork in a couple of weeks if I can remember. There are shorts on the Not Worth the Cork YouTube channel.
Please do check them out.
Yes, please do.
Mostly they are Meg, because he has the ability and area to film them.
Although, if Dave does want to do one tomorrow, there is one he can do with the a Johnny Walker and a beverage of some kind, which I'll talk to him about soon. But thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you for the donations. We really appreciate that as well.
Yes, we do.
We are going to vanish
the
because
bar has moved to a different part of the screen again.
we need to put the bar...
Rebuild a bedroom.
Yes, well, lounge. Yes. We're going to disappear now. Thank you for joining us. We really enjoyed this. Hope you did too. Don't forget to smash all the likes. And although 29
follow,
likes.
join as a member.
Yes,
all
please
the
do.
things.
And we'll see you on the 12th of July in Norwich, no less.
Yes.
Or
So pre-warning of poor audio. Yeah.
And of course, a very heavy amount of alcohol.
Yes, that might be interesting
You
for those who
cannot-
don't want to see us.
You cannot go light with Tally.
No.
Say goodnight, Dave.